Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Black Sheep, how you doing? John Gray, how are you? E.T., who else? Joe, I know, is here. Who else is here? Bobby, time to get going. Tommy J, Pat Pete, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Just real quick on Black Sheep, I did see your email, I just haven't looked at it yet. I did see it pop up, so after I get done here, I will look at it. I think he drew something for the property in Ubon. Um, hey Ron, how you doing? Good morning or good afternoon, but good morning I think to you. Raymond, how you doing? Hey Gary, what's up? Thanks for everybody for dropping in. I didn't know if I was gonna do one or not. I decided, heck, what the heck? I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and do one. Um, the let's see, what was I gonna? Oh, I finally decided. Hey Tom, finally decided to order a printer that I've needed for I don't know 3 years since I got here, 3.5 years. So my advice to everybody is don't order a off Lasada, of course. Let your wife or your significant other look at it and read it first. I ordered one, and it was real cheap. And the guy, of course, I've had this happen before on Lasada, backed out after like I don't know a week. Said, "Oh, okay, we don't have it in stock." Well, okay, he said it was packed, but anyway. Uh, so I looked at another one, and there was one that was quite a bit cheaper, and I said, "Okay, well, I'll get this one." It was a Canon, by the way, and I want it with those ink wells in it, so you just fill up the ink wells. I think it was a 3010 or something, a G3010. So it was like 32. The other one was 28, and it showed the ink bottles and showed everything. This one didn't show the ink bottles, but I had already ordered extra ink anyway. So anyway, the guy sent it out yesterday, so I got notified from Lasada, and and it's on its way or whatever. And I looked at his thing there, and he said, "Oh, by the way, I just wanted to make sure you knew this was just the body. You don't get the ink heads or the ink." And I'm going, well, why? Why would you sell something like that? But anyway, and then I looked them up, and the ink heads are between 1,700 and 2,000, and I could have got one for five. So anyway, so I wrote to the guy, and hopefully he'll send back. I'd rather just get them from him if he could send me them. The ink's already on its way. So anyway, so that's a little learning point on my deal. It's happened to me two or three times on Lasada. I found something cheap, and I know the first one it showed had a little movie on it and showed how to install the heads and the ink bottles and all that. That guy just figured he sold it too cheap and backed out of it. Hey, Robert Mack, how you doing? Where are you at, Robert? Now, are you in where are you at in Vietnam? I know you're in Vietnam. Where are you at in Vietnam? Um, I think I'm caught up. I said hi to everybody. I think. So anyway, so there's a little learning note. If you're questioning something and it doesn't look quite right, because it did when you looked at it, it still said Wi-Fi, and it still said blah 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 and the G, 3010, but it didn't show the ink bottles, and it didn't, and of course it doesn't come with that. Or the heads are the big deal. Anywhere from, I think I found them from 17 to 2,000 baht. So another $60. Not like that means the thing will be 42. I mean 32, 42, 55. So what? 30, 60, 90, $150. I don't know. That's still. I need one. I've been needing one since I got here. Let's see if Robert answered me. Because I know somebody that's actually um, just flew in last night to Vietnam. So that's why I'm saying he knows you, um, and wanted to maybe meet up and have a whatever, a Coke, say hello, have a cup of coffee or something. What did Robert say? I think he flew into Saigon. So let's see. At the wife's house. Oh, you're an hour and a half from there. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, get a hold of me on the other deal later, and I'll tell you who it is, and then you can figure out how to get a hold of him or whatever. Maybe meet up sometime. I think he's going to be there for quite a while, actually. Dave bought a printer in person years ago. Ink was separate. None started out with it. The ones that they show had the ink bottles and showed it in the picture and had it all, and they were a little bit. They were, 1,500 baht more, and I'm guessing that's the cost of the heads. But the heads themselves are actually part of the frickin' printer. I mean, you can't do anything without it. So I don't know. But I've got to look. I don't know if the guy got back to me. Hey, Jake, I don't know if the guy got back to me or not. But I really need it because I was going to have my wife print out the paperwork for the which I'm going to now for my passport and all that kind of stuff. I need a printer. So now I'll just have her do that because I want to make sure I get my passport out. I believe I'm going to try to go get my license on Thursday, maybe. What's today? Today Thursday? Anyway, end of this week. I don't even know. Let me look. I can't see on there either. Oh, I can see over. No, it doesn't tell me there either. Anyway, somebody let me know. Is it Thursday here in Thailand? Okay, Robert. Cool. Hey, Daniel. How you doing? Tell your wife one of your viewers is adamant that she get her Thai driver's license. She's getting hers too. She's already got it scheduled. They have an app for Thai people that she already applied for, and she has an appointment. When, I don't know, but I will ensure. And I told her about that too, Daniel, and she agreed. That's why I guess she made the appointment. I guess it figured out she's got her brand new car. She wants to make sure it stays intact. Hey, is Brock here? I didn't see him. Somebody saying hi to Brock. Bobby is. Ah, there's Brock. How you doing, Brock? Hey, Zoe. Haven't seen you in a while. It's Thursday. See, Zoe let me know. And the force be with me. Yeah, I'm going to need it. So I'm guessing it's going to be next week now. Because it was going to be today, and I won't get there today. Everybody's saying hi to Brock. But yeah, so that's my excitement for the deal I ordered. When I ordered mine, I'm kind of liking all these. Like on my drone, it's got the 3 battery deal. That 3 battery bank, which makes that drone fly for 30 minutes each, so they're pretty substantial on the batteries. It also, seconds as a battery bank. And well, I looked the other day when I bought this new charger for my 9, although this one says 10, and 3 of these batteries. And then after I got done with it, I looked at this other one, and it's instead of being this block or being just a flat piece with the batteries just sticking up and not closing, it's actually as long as 3 batteries, and they go in lengthwise or whatever, and it's only 8 thick. Once they're charged, you can also use that as it has a USB deal, and you can also use that as a external battery backup or battery pack. So I ordered one of those. This one was, I want to say, with the 3 batteries, which I like the batteries. I believe it was Bobby that had me go with this manufacturer because I had the other one that's the biggest one for GoPro. I forget the name of it. Anyway, I went with these, and the batteries do look better. Although I just had the one in the battery pack fry inside the charger like this, and the charger's a little bit different. This one's more square. The other one was kind of not round, but had rounded edges. Anyway, neither here nor there. But So, because I've got now three, six, I've got eight or nine um, batteries for my GoPro 9, and I've got six batteries for my 7, and that was only 3, 6, 9, $10 for that battery deal. So if you have them charged, you can run it in and run your GoPro on a tripod forever, damn near. You just plug it into that, or I could use it as battery backup. So for $9 or whatever the heck it was 311 baht or something like that. Tommy saying hit the like. Thanks, Tommy. Let's see. Daniel was well known. Welcome to Thailand. I didn't see was Daniel here. Yesterday it took me all of 5 minutes to get my Thailand pass approved. Awesome. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be. I know that Jam was on. Was it the last one? And she was concerned about some stuff and all that. I think everything's going to be wide open when she comes in. I believe July. I think it's going to be wide open. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I Chocolate Man scared the crap out of me, saying I could get like a $10 million fine for flying it without my license, and I never got it. I did buy it in Thailand, but I never went through and got all the paperwork. I didn't do it the right way as usual. So I stopped flying it. All that footage that you see on my opening for the videos, and I did fly it when the family went on vacation to Koh Chang. I did fly it there because it's an enclosed little, their own little compound there. In other words, not going to be people strolling up and down the beach or anything. It's kind of private. But I am going to get the 2. I was going to get the 3, and I think that's a waste. My batteries it's really weird because the batteries from my Mini, the first one that I have, fit the 2. So if I find one and now the 3 is going to come out, I could buy a 2 for 10,000 baht, and the 3, I don't even know how much it's going to be. It's going to be a lot. As soon as it comes out, which I'm guessing is going to be within the next month, I think the prices are going to even drop even more on the 2, and I'll either do one or two things. I'll either buy just the drone, which is all I really need because my batteries will fit in it, the drone and the controller, or I'll buy their combo pack and more fly or whatever they call it, and get 3 more batteries. But that's how like 30. It's over 30 minutes. So I won't. I fly maybe 2 batteries, and I'm done. So, but I want to get out and fly more. I was hoping that I was gonna. That's the name of that pack. Fly More is the name of their DJI pack that gives you 3 batteries and a case and a bunch of other crap. But I wanted to fly it and do an overview of the property, and I will get the measurements because I know you're going to need those to find out where stuff is going to get situated. And I do have a rough drawing. I might send you that too, but I don't have any dimensions on there, so I got to get. Excuse me. I'll have to get a long tape measure before I go out there again. Not one celebrating May 4th with you today. You start war with hidden. God, sometimes it flies right over my head, so I don't know. Let's see. Good morning. Hey, Aussie. Hey, what's it doing, Paul? Good morning, Dave. Hope everybody is having a nice day. It's beautiful here, man. I don't know how it is in a lot of the other parts of Thailand, but I imagine it's the same. But this weather front or whatever they call it it's awesome. I didn't run the air conditioner. Was it yesterday or day before? The whole 24 hours I never turned it on. That's a first. Although I did turn it on last night. But the weather's been awesome here. sunshine. We took the car in. They had to update the navigation and that center computer over whatever. They had to redo it, and then they I couldn't get the phone to make the Apple CarPlay or whatever work, and the USB right underneath it I thought was just a charging port, but it's also the interface. Well, the cheap uh, iPhone cords that I buy aren't data; they're just power, and it needs to be a data one. So we went out while they were doing the upgrade on everything and washing the car for free. He, well, I followed over on the Forza, and she jumped on the Forza. We went and got something to eat. Went up to the computer store and got a high quality um, uh, adapter for the iPhone, and it worked perfect. So that Apple Play is pretty cool because you can use Google, the navigation and everything right off of it. It's pretty nice. I don't know if anybody has that. I've never had a car that has had that, so it's like ooh to me. So, of course, anything that's a little bit techy is gets me excited. Um, well, thank God Brock's here. Star Wars reference, Dave May. The fourth, yeah, I know that part of it, but the day is the fifth. Yeah, the rest of it kind of went over me. No sweating today. Can you turn? I don't know. To tell you the truth, Ron, I'll have to. I would imagine it's got to be Bluetooth, right? I mean, the car's brand new. That's part of the new technology, isn't it? I will check it out. I know that. Yeah, it has to be, because when the kids were playing, there's five. They give you five phones in there. I have two. Then my wife and then the two kids. So they're all in there and they can play from the back seat. So it's got to be Bluetooth. So yeah, it is Bluetooth. Now they also hooked up the phone, but it's a lot better, and I noticed clearer and everything with that cable coming directly through what they call, I guess it's Apple CarPlay is the name of it. It's pretty cool. It's basically mimics your phone. It's got all your little, your icons up there for Google and music and all that kind of crap. So it's interesting. I still haven't. She constantly. It's basically going to be her car, and I still haven't quite sat there and watched her change it over to English. But every time I get in it now, she's been driving it. It's always sitting with, in Thai. Um, cool. Thanks, Joe. Apple Play and Android Connect seem to need the cable. Yeah, and I didn't really realize what that. I thought it was just a charging port, underneath there. And like I say, I always buy them from Lasada, 4 or 5 of them at a time, and then after those break, then I'll buy 4 or 5 more. I buy them in bulk and buy the cheap, not the cheapest ones, but they look good quality. They're just not data. Hey Chris, how you doing? Getting ready for? Oh, that's right. You're going in? Hospital visit. Are you going in to get your shoulder actually done, or are you just going in to have them look at it? Either way, good luck to you, brother. Nobody's saying good luck to Chris. Okay, sorry, I'm just making sure I think I'm caught up on everything. I am. So, but the car is pretty good. I guess on the next note would be, I guess we're gonna go. My wife's got the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th off, and I think the 17th is when the kids start back at school. The youngest is still here. The cousin and my daughter the oldest went back 2 days ago, and she's got some exhibition traditional Thai dance stuff or whatever. So she needs to be there. So I think we might drive and drop off the youngest, and then maybe do 2 or 3 day around there. So I talked to Mitch, and I think we're either going to go before or after that on a little 5 day jaunt somewhere. Still, still to be determined, but it ought to be fun as hell. So we are buying school books today. Yeah, I don't know when the local school. This is a private school, so I don't know if they're. I shouldn't say that. Their dates are different. I just don't know what they are. But yeah, it's that time of year, and it's pretty cool. I'd like them to be around. Actually, I'm kind of weird that way. I mean, a lot of I don't know. A lot of men don't want to be bothered with other people's children or whatever, and I hate to say that, but I think it's kind of true. Me, as soon as I married my wife, they were my blood. So, but I enjoy having them around. They're a pleasure, to have here. So, but I think they get 3 months a year pretty much. They're here. So we just have to make do with what we got. But let's see. Oh, okay. So that the privates are on pretty much the same day, because I'm almost positive it's the 17th also run. So yeah, and I don't know. They went shopping with my wife, and I guess they've got pretty much everything they need for school. They have, it's not like I mean, they have their clothes and stuff, but mainly for the weekends now. They used to stay in the dorms all week. Now and then my mother-in-law would go to the apartment that we have in Bangkok, right down the street, and stay with them, so they didn't have to stay in the dorms. But now that she's 18 and the youngest is 16, they're old enough, and now the cousin's staying with them. She's 19, and they're old enough to and responsible enough to. They stay there every night. So I guess what I'm saying is that they need school clothes. They have to wear the uniform. I think it's the purple. Her particular school, the purple dress and the white shirt, something like that. Anyway, and the shoes and socks and some other stuff. We bought enough of those. Yeah, exactly. And she's what, 12? Yeah, they before pre-me, she would pass her shoes down to her sisters. Now I said, everybody can have their own shoes that fit every year or whatever, however fast your feet grow. Um, I still, I've got to join that. I haven't done that yet. Jake's got a nephew that's some music that's really good. I've heard him a couple of times, but I've never went to the thing and subscribed. So I will do that today. I don't want to feel like a bad person. But yeah, and then that's the plan. And like I said, I don't know where we're going to go. I talked to Mitch for about 20 minutes, and we'll figure out something. We don't know. We can go in every direction, so it doesn't really matter. But I think he might come here. He wants to come to Surin, and then we'll take off out of here and either go maybe Udon, or maybe back down to Koh Chang, and I don't know. But you guys will be the first to know. Mm. Coffee's done. I got a whole plate of fruit here too. Let's see. I didn't say that. Chris, I know he's gone already. The sound's okay? So like again, it always sounds good in my ear, but I can never tell. But I think it sounds okay. I did tighten it up a bit, but I need to get it closer. But I think that's probably good enough. Otherwise, the thing gets over my face and blends in nicely with the shirt. Expat Pete saying hello. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Gotta love this channel, right? Where was day one? Darth Vader appeared. let's see, where was I? I don't know what year. What year did Star Wars come out? I wasn't really. I was a Star Trek um, freak. I watched all the. My favorite was Voyager, I think. And I wasn't the new Star Trek wasn't really exciting. I'm old enough to have viewed the the original Star Trek, but I, I did go and see. I want to say most of the Star Wars deal, but I didn't. I don't think I've seen them all. Maybe I'll have to do a marathon when I'm bored one day and watch them all back to back to back. 76. So did I graduate in? I graduated in 72 or seven? No, 74. Oh God, I don't know. I didn't graduate. Is one reason I can't remember. when 12th grade was over, I was. I think it was 73 or something. Let's see, 69, 70. I think so. Yeah. I guess it don't really matter, does it? That sounds good. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Raymond. Um, but yeah, I want to say mid 70s sometime. The one I remember going to the movies and seeing was The Exorcist. I remember going and seeing that when it came out. My favorite movie that I can remember going to the movies when I was younger was Jeremiah Johnson. I really, I really liked that movie. I could picture myself doing that. But we didn't go. I didn't go too much to the movies. The movies that we would go to, we'd sneak into the drive-in theaters, which I don't know if they were. I think they were all across the U.S., but especially in Southern California with our weather and stuff, it made it. There was many drive-in theaters back then, and we had these 66 cars and stuff with these giant trunks that you could fit 10 people in. Anyway, we had a bunch of fun. Got caught a couple of times, but it was fun. But I don't even remember the movies because we usually had young ladies with us, and we were more concentrating on them than we were the movie. So Black Sheep said, I enjoyed the 1, 2, and 3, but the newer versions have confused me. Yeah, I don't even know. And then it was that, one is actually the last one, and 10 is the first one, and it kind of got confusing to me too. But I do like that kind of stuff. I'm a sci-fi kind of guy. Hey, Dowlow, how you doing? What did you ask him? Morning, Dave, and all. What's new from Southeast Asia? Cooler temperatures is pretty much all I can say that's really changed here in the last few days, anyway. But it's welcoming to me. I mean, for the first time, I actually, when I jumped on that Forza yesterday, and figures this will figure. This is the way that my life goes most of the time. I'm following her. Now you're going across Surin or any place here in Thailand, and you'll hit, I don't know, you went through 20 lights, you'll hit 15 of them will turn red, right? And then start counting down from 100 or 60 or whatever down, and then change to green. I would say it was we went through at least 30 of them between the house and where the Nissan dealer is, and we did not hit one red light. And why I wanted to hit, underneath my seat, my wife had gotten me a nice hoodie, been under the seat in the Forza since I bought it. I haven't worn it, and I wanted to put it on. It was like, I don't know, 70 degrees, 68, maybe 67, something like that. But it was just to take the chill off. I wasn't completely uncomfortable, but it would have been nice to have the hoodie on. But I'm damned if not one frickin' red light. Not even halfway through where I would have took a chance. 100% green every time we got to one. Never happened. The only time then if you're in a hurry, you hit every one of them. Go figure. But anyway, so there's another little rambling story. But yeah, so I then after we got there, of course, then she hopped on the back of the scooter and being the nice guy that I am, because Thais freeze at 80 degrees. I gave her the hoodie, so she had the hoodie for the rest of the time. But I did get to wear it from the dealership home, and it was nice. So now it's folded back up and underneath the seat. So we'll see when I will need it again. Uh, yeah, Bobby's has a live stream this Friday, right? And you can whatever at the end of this thing you can come on if you want to, Bobby, and you know do the whole thing. Tell everybody when it is, what time it is, who they are, or you can just type it in. Up to you. Um, but yeah, on Fridays, I've got my little alarm set. I think it's 7 p.m. Thai time. They Bobby knows the rest of the times, but it ought to be interesting. Ought to be a good one. And I know that there was some talk of maybe maybe Robert Mack coming on at one time about Vietnam, which would be interesting because I am always interested in seeing anything about any other country. Yesterday, my wife went 79 kilometers to the Cambodian border with the kids. Bought me two or three 5 and a 4X shirts and a bunch of stuff for me. And she always does, but she got some stuff for her too. And they all got a little bit of something. My mother-in-law brought me back pineapple and mango, and I'd like to go there. I'd like to go to Cambodia. Excuse me, I've got to get that freaking passport done. I'm gonna ask her for. Hey, baby, do we have any ice? Do we have any ice that I could pour this water over? It's cold, but I like it like freezing. Yes, I did. Uh, she's always, see, that's how you can tell. They make sure that you eat. They'll always ask if you're hungry. They'll ask if you take your medicine. Then you know that that's a true woman that really cares about you. That's my theory anyway. Seems to work. Yeah, get the passport done. Yeah, exactly. You know, I just keep worrying about it because now I think I'm just going to send it off and I'm just going to keep a copy. If they want to throw me in jail, then go ahead, throw me in jail. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll ask one of the high up police friends of my mother-in-law's to maybe give me a business card just to show during that time in case I get pulled over. But I can't wait anymore because I'll just keep waiting. Like this one, I'm going to wait. Oh, well, we're going to go to, take the youngest one back to Bangkok, and me and Mitch are going to go for 4 or 5 days, and I could keep doing that for years and never get it done. So I just got to just do it. And if I get popped, then I get popped. I mean, it's not like it'll be the first jail that I've sat in, right? So, let's see. Ah, thank you. Oh, you gave me water too. Wow. All right. I'm set now. Let's see. I think yeah. I had a friend of mine. Excuse me. Just got it done, and he got it done during Sokran. So he took a few days out of there because of the what it is. But it's 10 days, 7 to 10 days. I think that Chuck, he did do one, but I think that he had some problems. I think it took him like 3 weeks to get it back or something. I don't know for sure, but yeah, he did. You're right, Rob. He did do one on. Yeah, and I do. So I do know in fact, when I went there and I went and by myself for 1,900 baht and got my 1-year retirement visa done when my wife had to work in February. And I am kind of familiar with them over there now, and especially in the new building. That's a lady now, and she's really nice. And she told me, I said, I'm going to go get get my passport because, as you can see, you took up the second to last page in there. And she said, just bring it in to me. I'll do it. It'll only take like, 10 minutes. I said, all right, thank you very much. She was really nice. But yeah, it's like I said, here in Thailand, people will learn when they get here. The biggest thing, hey, Mitch, the biggest thing is just being patient and not losing face, as they say in Thailand. And, they tell you to bring a piece of paper. You missed this one? No problem. Go get the piece of paper. You're retired, right? You're getting a retirement visa. Yeah, it's not like you're gonna. Oh my God, I wasted 20 minutes of my day. Come on. You need to survive. You need to learn that if you're gonna live here in Thailand and last in Thailand. And then you might go back the next day and you might get another officer that's going to say, oh, no, I don't want that piece of paper. I want this piece of paper. No problem. I'll get it for you. So it took you 2 days and you spent 1,900 baht, where if you would have got a company, it would have cost you $300, 10,000 baht or something. And, what? I don't know. You just need to, here in Thailand, for anything. When I go to get my license, I'm going to have to get myself, because it took me a while when I got here, and I had people, lucky enough that I listened to people saying, just bite your tongue, and I seen it with my eyes. I mean, when you really look at the Thai people, the immigration officers, and here's this Farang going crazy, and yelling at him, and he's just got a smile on his face, but you can see in his eyes, and the way that he's shaking his head is, I am not going to help you. If you were the last person in the world, you ain't getting shit from me. And you could see that so if you just give them what they want, because it's really weird, especially on immigration here, it from place to place is 100% different, and even from officer to officer is different. So just kind of prepare yourself to do that. You will build a relationship. They'll know you. It's amazing. Like I said, I don't know how they do it. I look at Asian people, and I could see them two weeks later and never knew who are you, and they could see me 2 years from now and go, I remember you. You came in. They just remember faces, and if you can remember that when you go to do things, your stay here will be so much easier. You won't be hearing all these or believing all these horror stories. These horror stories come from people that open this pie hole without thinking about what they're saying, and they don't. You got to let them do their thing. Give them what they want. I've got a, and I know Paige does for Chuck too. And Chuck got a little briefcase just full of everything you could possibly think. So sometimes, even when I go, if I was to go, and they wanted something else, I might have it right there. So I know I have to go to immigration and get the, I don't know, it's like a 500 baht deal to get a verification of where you live, and I've got to have that to get my license. And I'm hoping next week, I'm have it done, because I'd like to have it before I take off and go anywhere. Plus, I think it would be better if I have my Thai driver's license and only a copy of my passport. Maybe I won't go to jail. Of course, if they let me take the camera in there, it might make good content, right? Much better. I'm a freak when it comes to liquids. They have to be ice cold. And Mitch just saying hi. Everybody's saying hi to Mitch. Yeah. Renewing mine in June. Ron saying annual retirement. Yeah, I don't know. It's 1,900 baht. Now with me and the new government center, which is, I call it a stone's throw, but under 10 minutes from here, about 5 minutes, it's empty. I went in there in the morning, and there was me and one other person, and it was a Thai person. So I probably won't stay like that forever, but that's because they left the other immigration office open, and they're going to start getting a bunch of people through there as soon as all the borders are open, which I believe they are. If I missed anything, guys, put it back up. I think everybody was just saying hi to one another. I'm thinking. If I missed it, like I said, put it put it back up. But yeah, if you can remember that out of anything else that, and there's a lot of people that will tell you the same exact thing. You just need to roll with the punches, and it's amazing how things will get done. And like I said, once they know that you're not a hothead and you're not an idiot and you're not, that kind of stuff, and after you've been there and lived here 2, 3, 4 years, I think they kind of back off a little bit, or they're a little bit more, hey, you need to get this and this, remember that next time, and more like that kind of stuff. But it's cool. As long as you keep your cool, everything will be cool. Hey, Mark. You're sharing, talking about Thailand and not about the Philippines, about paperwork where it sounds like Philippines. I've never been there, so I don't know. I want to go. Like I said before, the cousin that died of Lou Gehrig's that I took care of for a couple of years, I had ended up getting him a Filipino man who was a godsend, and he had told me about the good and the bad, and it sounds like it's any other place. Are there crap places, in Philippines? Yeah. Are there extraordinary places? Yeah. So he had told me, and I still want to go. I'd like to go with somebody that's been there and knows it, just like I'd like to get with Robert Mack and see around Vietnam, because his wife's Vietnamese, and he's been there numerous times. Because like I said, I only have, even on a long vacation for me and my wife, is 4 days, unless it's one of our couple a year, one with the family, one by ourselves. That's 7 days. The other ones are short 3 and 4 day weekends. So it's hard to. It would be easier for me, or more logical, to go with somebody that knows the surroundings. Like, I'd love to go. I haven't seen Andy in a while in here, but I think he's going to Cambodia. That was one person I would like to hook up with, because he could tell me every place to go. What is Paul saying? I just uploaded a 45-minute New Zealand video. It took 4 hours to upload. Any advice? What was it, 4K? And if it was, what was the upload, and what was the speed of your internet? Because that's what it all depends on. Is that because I've got, I think it's 300 up and 300 down here, so I can upload I don't even shoot in 4K anymore. I looked at them both, and maybe on a 55-inch screen you maybe could tell, but something shot in, even the whatever it is on my drone, 2.7K or whatever it is, just a little bit above that 1080 or whatever it is. I don't know. I couldn't with the naked eye. Of course, my eyesight isn't that great. I couldn't see it, and it loads a lot quicker. But 4 hours is some really, really slow internet. Would be my guess. Yeah, in the Philippines, they do tell you need papers to be filled out, but they don't tell you about the other pay. Yeah, and it happens here. Does it happen all the time? No, but it has happened to me. And then even go back the next day and get a different person, and them say, "Oh, I don't need this. I need this." You're just going, okay. And, you go and try to get it. Some of the stuff you can get that day. You need to go outside. If you go right down the block, you can see this guy, and they'll take your picture, or they'll give you this piece of paper that I need, or whatever. So they are helpful, as long as you're not nasty. As soon as you get nasty, you're done. You might as well just leave Thailand. Either that or go to another province. Go someplace else. Hey Tim, how you doing? Good morning to you. Did I miss something? I don't think so. Tim just came in, I think. Cool. And I do want to get. I talked to Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad. I do want to come that way too and stay in that. He had suggested a hotel down by him that's really nice and close to the Wombat, so or one of them is. So I'm definitely gonna get. I want to go in and meet the owners. They're really, from what I've seen, like I said, they've been great to me. They put up the videos sometimes up on their big screen. I'm talking about the this. They put me up on there, or whoever's on the screen with me. So anyway, I want to get over there, and plus the food looks freaking phenomenal. So I definitely will, whether it's when I'm with my wife or when I hook up with Mitch, we'll definitely do that. Hey, Noy, will you do me a favor and pull that blind? Will you pull that cover on this window? Thanks. Sorry about that. I can see it. Oh, there. Now it's gone. It was right here. Thank you. Hey, James, how you doing? Let's see. I had to deal with immigration once. My paperwork was okay, but there was no stamps on the documents. Yeah, I don't know. Took the paperwork in and went to the admin office, grabbed their stamp tree, put every stamp in various colors on it. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, they don't. There was at one point, which I don't see that much anymore, but there was. You throw them a few extra baht and there's not a problem and stuff like that. I think the new ones that took it over have kind of got away from that, from what I've seen. Hey, Uncle Craig, how you doing? Good morning to you, sir. I saw your bummer video on. It's going to be quite a while before they take those metal pins out. That's got to suck. Can't they cut them down or something so that you don't catch them on anything? I would think, because the one that I saw, they sticking out like that. Can't they cut them down to like a 1/16 of an inch or something, to where you could put a Band-Aid or something over it so it doesn't catch? That would drive me nuts if it was catching on shit. That would make me go crazy. Now I got a bug. But if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I think he's up. You're above 100. I think 150 subs now. So he's on the way. Brock's here. Good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning.
Please subscribe. I think he's up. You're above 100. Oh, there, Mitch. There we go. Yeah, I think since I just heard it again, I think he's up above 150 subs. Excellent channel. I'm looking forward to meeting, and it might be part of our trip. I don't know. We'll see. They need that to grab on when they pull them out. Yeah, but I mean, they don't need that much, right? I wouldn't think.
Yeah, they need a fair bit to get a hold of it.
Yeah, when the bone grows around it. Of course, I don't want to talk about that too much. I tell you, I had a buddy. We got in a big. Well, actually, he got the brunt of it. A big fight. It was a nasty one too, and he got stabbed in the back and stabbed in the shoulder, and they put a drain tube in the one in the back, and we went in there, and he was in the hospital for about a week or something. And we went in there, and the nurse said, "Well, I need you guys to leave the room and go down to the, I don't know, 20 feet down the way to the little holding room or whatever, waiting room." And boy, we could hear him scream from there. He told us, the nurse, big old nurse, she put a knee in his back and just grabbed a hold of that tube and ripped out that drain tube. And you could see the skin had grown around it, And yeah, he didn't like that. I heard him scream. But anything, I'll tell you, the worst part of having any kind of sutures or anything like that for me, and I know that you had mentioned it too, that when you were taking off the bandages, it's the sticking to it and having to get that off, That was the hardest part for me, or the most pain. I shouldn't say the hardest part, as when it had stuck to the wound, and sometimes they would soak them. Some they didn't want to soak them because they want it dry. I haven't had it in years and years and years, thank God. And I won't be operating any power tools, so it won't be. Hopefully, it'll never happen again. But yeah, I don't protruding. Here, Mitch says, I obviously had a few pins protruding from my hands over the years. Most certainly drove me nuts. I don't know. I would think that they could do something, or God, that would be because I don't remember what you said. I listened to it, and I can't remember if you said it was months or weeks. I think you said it was months.
About
And
2 months.
yeah, I think it was months, right? A couple of
Yep.
months or something like that. That's crazy. I'd go crazy. And I guess maybe you could. I don't know. Can you bend? They don't bend, do they? I don't know.
Morning, Joe. Yeah, the Craig had some infection set in as well in the wound. That's why they got to wait a couple of months.
Yeah, I heard that, and that almost sounds normal for how much damage as he did with a dirty blade. Although
Yeah.
I didn't have that much road rash in my life, but a lot of friends did, and we were
Oh yeah.
in the same room, and they have absolutely no mercy. Let me tell you, they just come in there, iodine all over it, and these big stiff bristled brushes, and just scratch the road rash to get all that asphalt and crap out of it. Nasty stuff. That's why I hope I don't go down again. If I go down again at full speed, I'm done. I don't think I could take it. Well, let's see
Yeah.
what
They
it says.
get a leg full of gravel rash, and the nurses can't show mercy because if they try to be gentle, they're going to do more damage and more pain. They got
And
to
it's
get in
quick.
there and get it done
It's
quick.
quicker too. Yeah, it's a lot quicker. When the nurse was taking out the stitches, she was stabbing me. My wife said not to scream because there were a lot of people, so we're gonna take it really loud. Yeah, I didn't even realize that they took out the stitches. I must have. Sometimes when I'm trying to watch videos, I'm trying to do two things at the same time, and I miss a little bit. But well, that's good you got those out. But that would drive me nuts if I had to go 2 months with those in there. I mean, I don't know. I'd get a second opinion. I'd go to another doctor and see if there's and if they're sterile. I mean, why can't they just? I don't know. Why did they have to have them protruding anyway? Why couldn't they just left them in there and cut them off at the bone? I don't. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But hey, John, how you doing? Glad you could make it. But of course, I would. Hopefully, I'm not going to have that. I'm not ever going to have that. Be in that position. I hope. I hope to God. But I did. I was thinking about you yesterday because I did a layout on that property in Ubon, and I want to definitely do at least two of those carport places on that. I think it's over 2 Rye, but that land there. So I'm gonna have to look at your video again. Like I said, I took a detailed list and wrote it down of everything that you had spent on that. So I have to figure that out. I have to go and supposedly get. I got to get some metal and stuff. I got to tell my wife. She left now. They're gonna do that overhang. So I need a couple of pieces of that roofing metal and some metal so that he could build it. It's gonna be 3.5 or 4 meters by 2.5 meters where the washing machine and stuff is. So I have to do that. Hey, Mitch is here. Hey, brother, how are you?
Hey guys,
Hey, Mitch.
I got a new green screen, one of them cheesy little ones that hooks to the back of your chair, and it's not doing
Little
its
short.
job.
Don't look bad.
Otherwise, I have
Uh,
to be like right on the damn camera, and that's scary for you guys.
yeah, no, and I should be back further, I think, too. I get up a little close. Let's see, Craig says they
Mine's
just took
about
out the
double that size, Mitch.
stitches. One
I'm
of the
sorry,
two.
it what?
I got mine's double your size, so I
I
can
get that.
stretch,
Yeah,
stretch
rub it
my
in, why
arm.
don't you? Make me
Yeah,
feel inferior.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Inadequate.
the bigger one was 8 baht more, and Mitch didn't wanna, couldn't
Yeah,
warrant
you know
spending
that
the
eight
money.
baht adds up.
That's right. Let's see. Craig says they just took out the stitches on the two
Actually, it doesn't
fingers
look
and
too
a
bad. I
couple
should.
on the big finger, but left. Oh, left most of them there. Okay, so they only took out some of the stitches. All right. Let's see what
Let's see.
John
Talking about a
says.
channel. What are you talking about? Let me go over there. Jake's talking
Hey,
about. I'm
bud,
reading
feeling
here.
your thoughts. Doubt I could survive another. Yeah, I know I couldn't. It's in my mind. I don't think I ever will. I'd said before when I was younger and the experience I had on my rigid frame panhead, and I knew from there in my brain that was told by whoever, a higher being,
Yeah.
that I would never die or get seriously injured on a motorcycle, and I never had. And that was, let's see, I had my panhead. It was right before I sold it. I was probably 20, 22 or 23 years old, and I've been riding them all the time. Hey, Bodo, how you doing?
Bodo.
You're on the other side.
Put a link to Craig's new theme song for when he goes to the hospital again.
You got a theme song? Are
Yeah.
you picked one out for him?
We got to get out of this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Well,
to get out of this place.
speaking of that, John, that's what my mother-in-law
I do, Tommy.
Good.
I
got me
use
right here.
tap water to brush my teeth. Absolutely.
I do.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Not.
I use the tap water.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
That has had no effect on me.
Well,
I'm
It's
trying to
like
come up
any
with some
average 25 years.
smart ass remarks, but I can't. It's obviously had an effect on me. Cover up. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting
I
here
was
eating
told to put some
mangoes.
shorts on, actually. Put shorts on. You embarrass me. No.
I have major road rash a couple of times, and
Dad
yeah,
doesn't want to.
it is bad, man. But it
It is
is. They
bad.
do. The nurses do. I will give them that credit. They are relentless, and they will scrub, but they do get it done as quick as they possibly can. And I give nurses, all the nurses in my family and stuff. I think they got the crappiest job in the world, and I think they do the greatest job in the world. Half of them ought
Wow.
to be doctors.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's
No,
amazing how
Jake.
much nurses know.
Yeah, it is. My niece
They have to
included.
know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got to be on it. Doctors and
That's,
surgeons and things, not dissing them, but they get in their groove and they go, 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 go. And I
Never
miss the
ever
new
let
stuff.
a doctor put a drip in your hand. They
um,
are brutal.
this is to answer Mark's question. You'll get a bunch of different answers from people like probably Foreigner Joe and stuff like that. To me, the best that I know, you need to check with somebody is that no. I
No.
mean, you can if you, and I
Yeah,
said this
correct.
before, if you form some sort of a corporation and you jump through this hoop and that, and you end up with maybe having this much of some kind of a corporation that owns this piece of land, maybe it's possible. I don't know, but to outright own land here as a foreigner, no.
Yeah.
Can you own a
Like in the,
condo? Yes,
Hmm?
you can own a condo as long as there's certain criteria that's met in that condo. It has to be owned by Thai people that own the land and the whatever. And I don't know all the hoops on that, but you can actually own that as Billy Barty, from California. But
Yep.
that land,
As an
I don't know.
individual, you cannot.
Next
Yeah,
time,
without question,
go.
Aussie and Asian nurses should get paid more than politicians. Yeah, like you guys are saying, can a foreigner own land? No.
Right,
Then there's a caveat. But
right.
if you have a business, if you try this, you do that, you jump through these hoops, you jump through that hoops. But then in the end, do you really own it?
No,
I don't think so.
you don't.
Yeah,
The
I
company
get
owns it. You don't.
crucified by trolls about owning property and stuff like that. And if you marry a Thai lady and you don't want her to have something, then you should have never frickin' married her in the first place, and you ought to get the hell out of the country. If you're that stupid, then it's your own fault. Then do whatever you want.
If
Me,
you're not
if she could,
providing
if
for
she
your
took
family,
if she took everything from me tomorrow, I'd say okay, and I'd move on. I made my
There's a,
decision,
there's a
on what.
song.
In
There's
my
a song
particular
in that.
case, it doesn't work that way because mine's different. But a lot of people are worried about it. If you're worried about buying a piece of property and it being taken by your Thai partner or your wife, then maybe you shouldn't buy it. That would be my thing. That's what I would say.
don't be in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. I'm eating my pie.
If you're in America, do you buy land and build a house? Can your wife take it? Yeah,
Sure.
probably can.
At least
And in
50% in
Australia,
California.
That's a song right there, Dave. If she takes everything tomorrow, rings a bell. Would she still remember me? Or just have a party with the family? Karaoke. It's
You know, I
sucking,
I,
but my karaoke sucks. That's
I
okay
kind
though.
of I kind of understand some of the people warning people that this could possibly happen, but it could possibly happen anywhere. It
Um,
just isn't Thailand. It isn't Australia. It isn't the USA. It isn't the UK. It happens all over the world, you know. And like I said, if you really don't love the person you're with, you really don't trust and believe in the person that you're with, and if you really don't want them to have anything after you're dead and gone, then don't buy anything. Rent, you know. Me personally, I go to sleep at night extremely well, knowing that my Thai family will be taken care of after I'm dead and gone. So that's the end of the story for me.
yes, correct, Mark King. They do. I was in that frame, but I didn't want to cut. United States, they'll take your land through process, of course, but yeah, they'll take it if they want it back. They're on it.
Yeah, it was the same thing in Mexico. Well, in Costa Rica, you could buy land and build houses and all that kind of stuff. And when I was there, they got burned big time. The Canadians mostly because their dollar went to nothing way back when, and they lost a lot of stuff. But you could do that. But I don't know. I don't even want anything in my name. I don't need it in my name. The only thing I'll be on is I'm on the book for the house, so that I can be part of Thailand. I guess I don't
That's
know.
true,
So I don't.
Tom. That's
What's
true.
that?
There. Oh, you said some of the ladies are just married to big time jokers or losers.
Yeah.
I threw the
yeah.
losers part in there to Scott. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know, you know what? I think I said it before. If you meet a Thai lady or you meet any lady anywhere,
Tim, I like
and
that, Tim.
and
Sorry,
and
sorry, Dave. I
uh,
should mute my mic and just laugh here.
uh,
He had
if
most everything in his name, but here he owns a scooter. But do
I
you?
don't even own a
Do you
scooter. I
really?
did. I don't own a scooter anymore.
I think I own it.
But
I can't read what it says on the title.
if you've been with a Thai lady or you've been with a lady anywhere, like I said, doesn't matter where, and you've been together for talking back and forth on the internet, and you went on a couple of dates and you did this and that, and you've known her for 3 weeks and she asked you for 100,000 baht, maybe not the
And a
one you want to be
buffalo.
with. Yeah, maybe not the one you want to be with. And if you can't determine that and you can't understand that, then you deserve to get taken for every frickin' penny you have. Because if you're not that smart, then you should just crawl in a hole somewhere and live your life, because you're never going to do it. I could tell. I mean, like I said, to this day, my wife still has never came out and asked me flat out for money. Never. Never. Nor her family. So, I don't know. You got to get the right ones. I have one. I know that Brock has one. I know that Robert Mack has one. I know that Bobby has one. So are they around? Yeah, they sure are. You just got to go and find one, if that's what you want.
Yeah, eminent domain. That's an interesting one. I mean, we could go really deep into that, but generally, you are compensated for it. They like, hey, we're going to take your land. There's a highway or some whatever major thing that's pertaining to public use or something, a park or something, but rarely does it happen. Or if it does, we rarely hear about it. But I've never heard of someone just saying, oh, the government, they're just going to take my property on 5th and Pike over here. And anyway.
Usually they'll resume land for a road or something, compensate you for it. 10 cents
And usually, at least in the United States, from what I've seen, it wasn't some ridiculous amount of money. In other words, it wasn't like, okay, we want your land, we're going to give you $10 for it. I'd never seen that before. But the people aren't happy because, well, the land's worth $10,000 and you want to give me $12,000. I think you should give me $50,000. Crap like that is just greed. And, you know, because when I forget who it was, one of the big directors or producers or whatever was doing a big movie out by me. And if you remember all the old westerns and stuff, in where I lived in Agua Dulce, they filmed a lot of stuff out there. All the old westerns. If you ever saw the Indians standing up on a rock and whatever it was, that was in Agua Dulce. So anyway, they're putting out a big thing. Well, they were
Agua Dulce.
yeah,
Cool name.
Yeah, Sweetwater.
Sweetwater.
It got around there that he was going to be fired. It was doing some kind of a outer space something. It was a big director. I mean, big time. And they said in the middle of the night they were going to be firing off like jet engines and stuff, and you know there was going to be noise at 11 o'clock at night till 1 o'clock in the morning. They were going to compensate people for, you know, not an absorbent, you know, we'll give you for every night we do that, we'll give everybody within ear distance $500 for staying up for a couple nights. A couple of people fought it, said, no, we want $10,000. We want this, we want that. He finally said, I'll go to Australia. Screw y'all. And he went to Australia, filmed the movie. I forget what, big movie. And everybody got nothing, you know, so.
Sounds like Star Wars.
Yeah, it was one of those type things, yeah.
They did a couple of them, because we got lots of empty space out here.
Yeah. And it was big empty. It was nothing. It was just a couple of people that were just being idiots, you know, greedy. You know, they think they thought they had him over a barrel. You know, he needs to film this. He's got to do it, and we can get what we want. Hey, Wazza, how you doing?
It's cheap. It's cheaper to put everybody on the aeroplane, fly them to Australia, spend 2 months in Australia, and do the shooting.
That's what they do. And they do a lot of shooting there now, right? A lot of movies in Australia.
Yeah, our country is built on that premise. We steal the land, and then we let the Americans own it.
Exactly. That's what I'm the biggest advocate of the American Indian. I mean, out of everybody that wants to say, "Oh, we were taken advantage of, and we're suppressed, we're poor people," isn't that? The Indians got the biggest screwing of all time. They just came in and took everything and said, "Here, you can have this little bit."
Yeah, you're gonna go over here, and you're gonna be farmers now.
Yeah, and we're going to kill you on the way, but don't worry about it.
You're going to learn a trade. You're going to learn how to be a seamstress or some shit.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That
farmer.
Whoever suggested and watched it, and my brother did, Yellowstone with Kevin Costner, that series.
Still haven't watched it.
It's a cross between the mafia movie and a cowboy movie. It is absolutely awesome. And I loved it. I can't wait for the next. I've watched it twice now. It's only 3 3 seasons. I think I've watched it through twice, waiting for the next one to come out. Excellent. Let's see. What did it say? I'm on. You know, I want to talk to you too. I gotta get a hold of you how we can talk or something, because I want to ask you about that. What you did for your water deal? Because I think you did it man-made. I mean, you made it yourself, DIY, right? Or DIY, whatever it is.
Do it yourself. Yeah.
I think you did it that way. I'd like to. I got to go back. You're probably all in your video. You probably did a video on it. But I'd like to talk to you about that because I'd like to do something. I punched that hole and did that whole thing for that well. I hate to not use it. And I basically just wanted it for backup because here in Surin, I don't know what it's like where you're at. We run out of water. Was it last year or the year before? I had to pay 500 baht a truckload, and that went on for 3 weeks. I was without water. So, I mean, I can pump this up. I could turn it on and do some stuff and just use it for whatever. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for showers and stuff, except it'll stain everything. You know, turn everything
look at
brown and
that.
shit. What is that saying? Robert McInerney, I will say you have been real lucky have not taken land from your family. Actually, you know, over Robert, where we at, I've went by twice, and they're on both sides of the road is all family land, right? And right down from where we're gonna, where our land or my wife's land, whatever, whatever you want to say it, there's this little piece of land, probably a rye or maybe more, and a house on there. And my wife tells me that man and that family stole this family land from our family. I said, how the hell could they do that? I guess they worked in the land office, and they just put their name on whatever they wanted, and they took that frickin' piece of land. I said, well, they're going to hate me as a neighbor. I'm one of them guys that'll go out in the middle of the night with trash can lids at 3 o'clock every morning and give them a good wake up until the cops come. My wife won't let me do that. But I thought it was kind of pissy, you know.
I posted a link, Dave, to how to build a water filter system.
Oh, okay, cool. A YouTuber. Perfect. Yeah, I think it's just like the one that I saw, they were using a bunch of river rock, sand, and charcoal.
Yep.
And pretty much made something that worked. My problem is I don't have, short of buying the tanks that are yay big and as tall as me, 4 of those, and they've got all the stuff in them, because I'm short on space. You know, I don't have the room to have, 3 or 4 big giant like Craig's. He has big like ceramic or something. I don't have the room for that crap.
Well,
So, what's that?
they're just septic tank liners. So you stack them up, seal the bottom, and you've got the gravel and stuff. So they do
Goes
go up
tall
a bit.
instead
They
of
do.
what? Okay. I will definitely look
Yeah.
at it just to see. Because I'd like to use it. I mean, the water, they say there's nothing really wrong with it. But like I said, I don't want it coming in, and I want to put it through a filter. Even after I put it through there, some kind of a sand filter. I mean, not sand filter, but something that takes out the grit and all that stuff, because I don't want that going into my washing machine or the toilet fixtures and that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
it would be really nice. I
Yeah.
mean, I did that as a backup, and I'd sure like to use it.
Yeah. After you put the gravel filter and whatever that these things are made out of, and basically no crud comes out of them by the time it comes out the top. But you just put a sediment filter in the line of that, and that'll catch anything that
Right. And they
goes
don't have to be
through.
a big one either. The ones that I've seen are just little bitty
Yeah, just
screw-on deals. Yeah, little bitty one.
canister.
I think I bought one actually because I got that 3-stage one that I've got on the house now, just for street water.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna have to replace that pretty soon. I noticed that a little bit of a drop in the pressure. So, but I just pulled up your thing. I will definitely, or that link. So I will definitely look at that. All right.
And you can modify that system to the amount of room you have.
Right.
Or you
Let's
can
see.
buy the land next door and fill it up with a great big filtration
I'm
system.
telling you, my father-in-law took, maybe this much, a foot and a half, 2 foot, maybe 3 foot, all along the side, and that's where he got those big old cucumbers and long beans and corn. I had the corn last night and everything. He'd grown everything over there. And it's not our land. It's the next door. They don't care. Never forget about eminent domain. I think we had touched on that. The land they didn't. They still keep the land. Yeah, it's. I don't
Dave,
know.
can I
Like I
interrupt
said.
real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thanks for your input, Mark, but there's not a damn thing we can do about it sitting here. We've discussed this hundreds of times already. It's stuff that's happened in the past, still happening today, sure, but just give it a break, okay?
I'm just
300-second
gonna
break.
Okay.
Don't
I'll
worry
agree
about it.
with him.
We're done with
Okay.
eminent domain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're done with it.
Okay. Let's see. What is this? There's many restaurants in
Thanks,
back in the
Tom.
day was the government land. One day they come along and took it all down. No business. Yeah. I don't know. I think. Let's see. Was this Mark? No.
I hate to do it, actually, but sometimes people don't get the
Hey, traveler, how you doing? Glad you could come by.
traveler
I
in the
don't
house.
have property anymore. My last two houses are my daughter's. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the way. Yeah, I got your drift. Horses, houses, pretty much the same. But it. I don't know. Like I said, mine's a totally different animal because my wife has a $2.3 million loan against this property. So if I go somewhere, she's screwed, not me. But I understand what some of these, I don't even like to call them people, but what they say. But like I said, if you're not willing to take care of your Thai family, treat your Thai uh, wife and as a person and as your best buddy, then you shouldn't be married, you shouldn't be in Thailand, and you should be single somewhere. Go to Vietnam and rent a place and sit in a hole somewhere. Um,
Yeah,
but
there are some people who have been burnt.
sure,
We all know one or two people that's had that, but that's because they come here, fall in love in 10 minutes, and don't do due diligence.
yeah, and I think it's like that in everything too. When you're coming here, even people say, "Oh, you're telling people to come here." Every time that I tell people to come here, I always follow it up every time by check and see what the consequences could be. There's a 3% or so odd chance that you might test positive. What's going to happen to you if you do? And I always say, if you're coming by yourself, it's a no-brainer for me. Coming with you and your wife, it would still be a no-brainer for me. Coming with me and
Mm.
my 4 kids, no, I wouldn't come. That's just me. But, people, they rush into something. Oh my God, I got to Thailand. I tested positive. They put me in here and they made me stay here for 10 days. Well, yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, but that's something you
Yeah.
should have checked about before you came. The chances are there, and I
It's
think it's
not going
getting
to
fewer
happen
and fewer.
anymore. No testing on
No, I don't.
arrival anymore.
No, I don't think so either. I think everything's going to be open up because every other place is opening up. I mean, I think is Cambodia open? Anybody know? I
I
think we
think it's
did this
tougher to get
before.
into than Thailand, from what I've heard.
It's what?
Tougher to get into than Thailand
Huh.
at
I
the
heard it was
moment.
easy. See, I heard it was nothing to just, if you were vaccinated, you could go in, but
Yeah, I think
check
there are
again.
provisos.
Yeah, huh. But I know that other places are easier. I think I had a friend that just flew into Saigon yesterday, had to do a test before he went, and I didn't ask him if he had to do a test when he got there, but he's off and running, boots on the ground, uh, going. So Vietnam, as far as I'm concerned, is as open as Thailand. I don't know about Bali, the Philippines. I know a lot of people have went. Same guy went to the Philippines, So, is the travel there restricted? I'm sure it is in some sense. But I think within the next couple of months, it's going to be pretty much wide open all over, as long as you have your. And I still think it's going to be wide open, as long as you've been vaccinated. But I think they're making it so that you do the test and you're still okay to go, which makes
Yeah.
sense to me, because like I said before, we talked about it before. If you could transmit this virus, whether or you had or have not had the vaccination, it shouldn't make a difference, because that's only for you at that point. You're taking it because it's not supposed to kill you if you have that. It's supposed to be less, or whatever. But so I think that's the way it's going to be. They're going to make you. I think if you're not, I don't know what. Does anybody know what the deal is if you're not vaccinated coming into Thailand? I think it's a 5-day and a test, a 5-day quarantine. I think. I don't know. Again, check and check with the government while I eat another bite of papaya.
Yeah, have a look at the immigration website. That'll give you what you need to know.
Hey, Dave, is there anyone in the green room?
No.
Okay. Answered that question. Thanks, Tommy. Hey, Dave Chappelle.
Hey, there's Tommy right there. Tommy's the one I was talking about that went to the Philippines and just flew into
No worries.
just flew into Vietnam. That's the one I was talking about, Robert. If you're here, if I missed
Robert's
something, put it.
probably lurking.
Here's what John's saying. My flight from Chicago to Tokyo, 80% of the folks were going to the Philippines. Wow, it's interesting. What's Joe saying here? On the go. KFC in Bangkok premieres May 5th. I must have missed
Tommy
something.
Travels,
Yeah.
how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, he's in Vietnam right now. That's why I was telling him he needed to have a coffee with Robert Mack or something. He's up for
Oh,
that.
yeah, awesome.
He's going to be there for a little while, too. Don't know exactly how long, but he's going to be there for a while. Yeah, just message me. Okay, I will.
Yeah, no worries, Mark. No worries, Mark. Appreciate you contributing to the chat, by golly.
Yeah, I don't know. The guys here, they'll put you in something if you say something. But like I said, most people. I mean, I did it for a while. I forget the guy's name. I went on his channel, and I was afraid to say anything because he was living off of the money that he was making on YouTube, and he was worried about his monetization and not getting monetized for that video or that live stream. And you couldn't say certain words. You couldn't say virus. You couldn't say COVID.
Oh, yeah,
You couldn't
yeah.
say
Yeah.
And I told him one time. I said, I'm a nervous wreck coming on here because I'm afraid you're going to kick me off. I'll just listen. He said, No, you're fine. Just you'll understand. You'll figure it out after a while. And I think it's kind of the same ways here. There's some stuff that I talk about that probably if Brock, at least I know if Brock had a mute button, he would have hit it on me a couple of times when I'm opening my big mouth. But we're all here to have a good time, and thank God we can tell each other stuff like this because it just makes it easier than anybody getting nasty. And it's all about having a good time here. Here's Traveler.
It's all right, Dave. I'll just tell you to shut up.
You did the one time that I'm thinking of. That's enough, Dave. That's enough, Dave. That's enough, Dave.
Yeah,
And it was all-
Brock's kept me in check, too. Brock's good. He really is.
The only reason
Close
I
that
got,
damper, Mitch. James,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
James, Chocolate Man is in the house.
there you go. He's a Cambodian specialist.
Yep.
Proof of
Over
vaccination only, no
18,000
testing.
subs. By
That's what I
golly.
thought.
Good
Yeah,
morning,
no
James.
kidding, right? That's what I thought. I mean, and that's the way it's going to be here in Thailand too, right? Proof of vaccination, visa on arrival, and
Wow.
do you have to have COVID insurance to go to Cambodia, James?
It does.
Because I know you have to have
I
COVID.
would guess no. I would guess no, man. James is always right up to
I
speed,
think
right up to date.
I think Tommy told me you had to have it to go to Vietnam.
English.
He had to have the insurance. It was $30 for 30 days for the minimum, whatever they 100,000, 10,000, whatever they had wanted. But it's going to be that way for everybody. It's going to be easy to travel. It's going to be awesome. That's why I got to get my freaking passport done. Let's see, what was Traveler
Did you
saying?
say earlier you had a problem with
Right
the printer,
on.
Dave?
Had a problem with what?
Did you have a problem with getting a printer no ink or something?
Yeah, I ordered a printer. They don't give me the print heads or the ink bottles to fill up the tanks on it. So now I've got to go buy them. They're like 1,700 is the cheapest. It's a Canon G3010, and I should have known. I should have just bought the more expensive
Now
one.
that seems kind of strange because
Yeah,
I've
it's really
bought
weird.
lots of Canons and they've all come with ink.
The other one that I bought that they canceled on me was ink and the heads and everything. And that guy, it was too cheap, and he just backed out of it. This one was cheaper by 1,000 baht than someone else that showed the ink bottles and everything. And now I'm gonna end up paying 700 baht more for the frickin' printer because I can't read Thai.
It
The
wasn't
only
one of
reason I
those
got
with an
vaccinated.
external tank, was it?
What's that?
It wasn't one of those with an external
Yeah.
long line tank.
Yeah,
Okay.
external tank. But all the
Yeah,
ones
so
that are normally in there, 5,000 baht, 5,300 baht, 5,200 baht, in that range, came with all that. The one
Yes.
that I bought was 3,200 baht. So I should have known. I should have known.
It's
See,
been modified, so it's got nothing with it.
yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Uh, really? I don't want them freed. Keep them in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
we're not going there.
That's where
Time to go to work, Brock. Time to go to work.
that's where he
Oh,
deserves
look.
to be.
on a lighter note, Chuck's knocking on the door. G'day,
All
Chuck.
right.
Chuck
didn't see-
knocking on the door. What?
Let
Really?
me let me put it in. I didn't see it yet, but let me. Where am I at? Let me add here. Copy here.
You want
Okay. There. There's the link, Chuck. By all means, come on in. Come on down.
there's the door code, Chuck. Use it.
Anyway, travelers saying the only reason I got vaccinated is because I wanted to travel. The original, yeah, that's it. That's me, and I think it's the same way with like James too. It's like I got to do whatever I got to do because I want to travel, so I'll do it. And can you travel without being? Yeah, but you got to jump through
hard.
hoops that I don't want to jump through. I just want to go and be done with it.
James, that's good.
did he
Chucky's
say?
here. I'm leaving. He said, Chucky's here. I'm leaving. Yeah.
I missed that.
Thing I miss about being home when we're traveling is when I'm on the internet at home, I don't have to wear pants. I can moderate half
What
naked.
is he teasing? 10,000 U.S. supplies by August, 300 baht entry fee. I thought they dropped that 300 baht deal. I thought that they dropped
They've
that, but I could
shelved
be-
it for the moment.
That's what I thought.
Hmm.
Things change here in Thailand daily. If you don't check daily, you're
300
you're
baht.
out.
What did
you're
I
out of,
spend yesterday? Gosh,
It's a cup of.
I went out
cups of
for a loaf of bread and I came back with all kinds of stuff.
The thing is, the 300 baht's already being charged, and the 500 baht exit tax. It's just that people come up with the new ideas to raise money, and
Yeah.
somebody will come and say, "We're already doing that."
And all the backpackers and stuff in Costa Rica, they used to have to save. I
Yeah.
can't remember how much it was, but they had an exit tax, and a lot of the guys got held up there because they didn't have the $10 or $15 or whatever it was back then.
Yeah,
Yeah, it says
saw that
300 baht. That's what I
many
thought
years
too.
ago.
James. I had heard it
some of the
wasn't.
backpackers had no money left, and they had I
Yeah.
think it was a 500 baht exit tax you had to pay to immigration, and they go, "But I got no money."
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
you'll have to stay here, but I can't stay here. I got no money. I gotta go home.
James saying keeping up with the Thai news. Yeah, and
Yeah.
if not daily, it's like hourly.
Hourly.
Hey,
what they changed.
can I interrupt again?
Yeah.
I don't
Instead
know.
of
Are you
typing-
gonna time? Are you gonna time somebody out or?
No,
you're
no,
just
no.
gonna-
Yeah,
Okay.
time me out, somebody, please. So it said,
Go ahead.
I guess you got it, Mitch. I guess your green screen is real small. Yeah, Ron. I replaced my large rectangular one with the 2 poles and the crossbar, horizontal crossbar, for a round one that goes on the back of the seat. And I'm not happy with it because I can't. Here's about a perfect position distance wise for me to read my chat and type comfortably. So here's what it would look like if I was like comfortable. But I can come in with it, or maybe I'll try my external camera. But at any rate, right now it's not working for me. So yeah,
Chuck.
I bought a little round one, and like Dave said, if I'd have spent 8 more baht, I'd have got the Mac Daddy one. 12-foot diameter. The whole thing.
Here, Brock
He's
is,
got the
Brock
tape
is
measure.
measuring.
Okay,
Hey,
Mike,
Chuck.
hang on.
How you
Mute
doing,
mic.
Chuck?
Good morning.
Good
Morning,
morning.
Morning,
Chuck.
Chuck.
How you doing?
Mine's 3 meters by a meter and a half.
Good. How are you guys? You stirring up some crap this morning?
Always, always, never fails, never fails. We're getting ready to. You're going back to the U.S. soon. I'm gathering.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pack it all in and move back. We just can't. I can't seem to make enough money on YouTube anymore, so I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
Okay.
call it quits.
It's
Watch
a
this.
hard
Watch
thing
this.
to do.
Here we go. Look at this. I imagine things and they materialize. This is my new. my new. Morning, Chuck. How you doing, buddy?
What's up,
I'm
man?
measuring.
Tape measure.
Okay, look at that.
I don't
5
know.
feet,
I'm-
60 inches, 152 centimeters.
I don't have to. I don't have that problem because, for some reason, the AdSense. I think I finally got everything together, but then I come to find out. Well, you have to have made over. You have to have made over $100 to do that. So
Yeah.
maybe sometime in the next 3 years, I'll hit that $100 mark, and I'll get the money. But yeah.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I was getting $100. I think every 3 months. That was that was part of my retirement scheme. It's like, let's see if I can mooch off of
Yeah, if you
everybody
could-
for 3 months, then I can. That was the whole deal. But it's not worked out. So we're leaving July. Actually, we'll be in America on July 3rd.
July 3rd. Okay, and then is that getting mom or is that getting the friends?
No, so my friends are coming on the 18th of June, and then we're
Oh.
going to travel. We're going to go south. I'm going to take them on a like a 5-star resort type thing, and no, they're not paying for it. and then after that, we haven't booked our flight yet, but we're going to fly back with them, dude. It's going to cost, I guess, because the price of fuel right now, it's $1,500 a piece to fly back. It's like,
Oh,
golly.
I didn't check mine. I will do it
Yeah.
right now because I use that jet fly. Although I'm not affiliated and they don't give me shit, but
Yeah.
because I hear people say that, so I don't know why. But here's July 8th to July 29th. That was the last one that I checked. Let's see. Now this is from Bangkok to LAX.
Yeah,
So-
there's more options, so it's probably a little cheaper than Texas.
There might be. Let's see what they. I love this app. That I really do. They always give me okay. Philippine Airlines $755. The
That's
next
cheap.
the next closest one is 952. They changed my dates to July 7th to July 30th to get that 755 price. And that's what I like about them is can you see? They'll change the dates by a day or two if you're flexible, and they'll give you something else. And I heard that Philippines pretty.
My only dilemma is I'm going to fly back with them on. They've already booked a ticket on United, so I just figured we just fly back with them. So we have to pick a specific airline and flight,
Yeah.
and then
Now
but
they're
coming
saying
back
that
for flex.
after it jumps up to $1,000, it jumps to United Airlines at $1,123.
Yeah.
So
By the
And that
way,
sounds me.
I
Chuck,
guess I'll have to fire
The man
my
didn't leave.
tourist guide.
I spoke with Steve at the Wombat and told him you were coming to town. He says, whenever you're here,
Yeah.
you're welcome to come to the Wombat and do a subscriber meetup or any of that kind of stuff. You're welcome.
Yeah, I need to know if you're going to do
Very
that too,
cool.
because I'll come to that. You'll have no leg room on the plane. Good luck. On what? On Philippines? James, I've never flown Philippine Air. I don't know.
Who needs?
But
I got my
I'm
niece.
only. I'm just I'm a 5'10" fat guy, so I have more.
I got my
about
knee smacked
fitting-
by a seat the other day.
But I want to know is how in the hell is and who's going to pay for it? I'm imagining Chuck is, because Chuck doesn't go anywhere without Mitch and Dow, right? So that's going to cost you, Chuck, another what, $3,000 in airline tickets to get Mitch there and back.
Come,
So
come to the beach. Yeah.
Time to go to work, boys.
hello, Paige. How are you?
I'm telling
Never mind,
everybody
move.
that we're moving back to America because we just can't. We can't take
Can't
it here
afford it.
anymore. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
we're-
we
how-
have to. We have to bring Mitch and
Hey,
Dal though,
Paige.
since they're attached to us.
Yeah, we're attached at the hip. But I just broke ground, Chuck. I just broke ground in Chiang Rai.
Yeah.
broke ground. The family land? You know
Yeah,
she's gonna
yeah,
get
but-
that land. She's gonna
but
get
we're
that
gonna-
land. She's gonna take you for every penny you've got. You're gonna be penniless on the street. Okay, I got my troll out of the way.
Yeah. He's got to
How
get
much
his. He's got to get his rice compound tractor license first.
That's it. My transformer license.
I can't wait to do this tilapia thing. I'm really looking forward to that. Now looking
I'm
at
at-
the land, I've
I'm
got another
opening a
place to put
donut
another
truck.
one.
A little donut truck, a mobile donut truck.
Mitch's Donuts. There you go.
Yeah, I am a problem, Bobby.
God, there's only one person in the world that wants to free him, but everybody else just wants him to stay where
This
he
guy
is.
really loves you, doesn't he?
Yeah,
This
he does.
roach. You attract roaches, huh?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
nobody if you don't have
That's it.
roaches.
Is broke.
I done drink my last bit of trust money, and now I'm moving up north. By golly, I'm going to embrace it.
Yeah, you should. I still haven't met her.
I won't get bored.
Now, am I gonna get? I'm not gonna get a chance to meet her when we meet up in the next couple of weeks, right? She's gonna be gone to
No,
Chiang Mai.
like ships passing.
I'll
Dal's
catch up
going
with
to Chiang Rai to visit family, which was planned before we even went on the trip.
That's the one that I
And-
just saw Chuck's video, right? That's the land, or that's where she's going.
No,
Morning, Douglas.
that's the Dow. That's the travel buddy of that trip. The next
this is a
sequence
new-
you're going to
new
see
one?
a different.
Jim or John? Is gonna be a guy, a gal, or a lady boy?
I told Mitch, I said if you would get two, it would be just good content, right? So just nut up, spend the money, have two, you know.
Careful what
Yeah,
you
why
wish
not?
for.
Exactly.
Twins.
But yeah, hey Dave, let me
Mitch.
ask you when without precise dates, but we're going on a trip somewhere, right? You just said that at the beginning of or in the stream, early in the stream.
My
where we're
wife
going.
has 13th,
Douglas.
14th, 15th, and 16th off. The kids start school on the 17th, so we'll probably go there. So we'll either meet up right after that and take off for, I don't know, a week. I don't know, whatever we want to do, and we can go wherever you want to. But if Chuck's going to do a meetup at the Wombat, I definitely want to. But
Can
see, I
we?
have the electric hot rod now. I can go
Oh,
anywhere
right on.
I want.
But there's a
That
little
car is
resort,
amazing.
that doesn't really have a pool, but on Soy 6, I really want to spend some time there. Can we go there, Dave?
What is it? Soapy massage? Or is that,
Yeah, soapies and you get.
I never.
Never mind.
I've been accused of being a monger my whole life, yet I didn't start coming to Thailand until 2018, and I got married in 2020. So and went to two bars, one with Rob, 20 Seconds in Thailand, and drank three
Getting
beers.
deep today. It's getting
So
deep.
yeah. So the only thing I know about
Hey,
Thailand,
Stuck.
it's really weird.
Mike, how you doing?
Is what people tell me. Hey, Douglas, And you know,
Oh, hey,
I think
people
when,
tell
I
me,
think when you're a grown ass man and you start worrying about what other grown ass men are doing, that's where the problem begins. You know, who gives a crap what anybody does? If you make $100 on the internet, or you're going to a bar, or you get two girls, who gives a crap? You're like a damn 10-year-old to be worrying about what somebody else is doing. That's pretty
it's
pathetic.
it is real pathetic. It's beyond
I'd
pretty.
rather be a monger than a pathetic little 10-year-old trolling the
You know,
internet. You
I'll
know.
tell you what. If I found Thailand when in my 30s and was a single guy, I would have been the biggest monger they ever saw that had
Who gives a
inhabited.
shit?
You know, yeah, it's what I want to do, and I
Who
don't
cares?
say anything bad about anybody. Same thing with somebody making money on the internet. What are you,
Gives a crap.
jealous?
I mean,
You know,
what,
if
yeah,
somebody
what,
goes out and makes money on the internet, why not?
I was
It's their
in Thailand
prerogative.
in the 30s,
hmm.
and I got
What's that?
married. I was
Who
in
did?
Thailand in the in my
Yeah,
30s. I
in
got
your
married.
30s and got married. Yeah, and I see my problem would have been if I would have been 30 years old and in Thailand, I would have been dead probably in 2 weeks, and from the drugs, alcohol, and women. So I would have
Yeah.
been dead. So that's
Oh,
why
no, no.
my life it took the path, the crooked path
You,
that I've been on, and I love it every minute. Hey, Uncle Craig, what's Uncle Craig saying? It's all good after pain meds. Yeah, no shit, right? I don't know. I don't know why people say shit half the time anyway. That's what I love about YouTube. You don't like something, you go glink, and you're on
Well,
somebody
that's what
else's
I do.
channel.
That's what normal people do.
Yeah, that's what I do to Mitch all the time.
But
His
then we
videos
have
come up, and I just
abnormal.
shove
Normal
Abby.
and abnormal.
The biggest problem is where you're even discussing these people, like you're giving them any credibility at all. Who
Yeah,
cares
and I know,
about these people? These
and I
people
know
are.
James always gives me the best advice, and Chuck when I
You're
was there
never
when we were
going
on
to
the
kill
bike
the.
ride.
You're never going to get rid of
Yeah,
the roaches, man. They're
no,
not.
no,
They're
and they
just.
can come and do what they want. And of
They're going to
course,
feed off of you as long as you keep leaving crumbs out. They're going to
crumbs.
just
Yeah,
keep going
exactly.
and keep going.
That's why I said I got to give Brock a mute button so that he
Yep,
can
young
he
Frankenstein.
can
Yep.
mute me when I go off every now and again. And I have a hard time sometimes because somebody will dig,
I
and
understand.
I'll just go because, like I said, the way that I grew up, uh, everything has consequences. You can't
Yeah.
just do something and there's no consequences. Yet all these people here, they do whatever they want to, and they go, "There's no consequences," except for this idiot that whacks a guy upside the head while he's live streaming. That's like shooting, killing somebody while they're filming them. You know,
Okay, that's
while you're on
enough.
film.
You got to
You know?
remember, though, this is virtual reality. I mean, like little kids get on video games and start cussing and screaming and yelling. It's the same as the little kids on the video game. They're not coming into your. If a grown man comes to your doorstep, okay, then it's like, all right, what are we doing here?
Yes,
Like, what
right,
what do you
exactly.
actually? If you're coming into my space, that's a different
Right, exactly.
scenario.
I agree
On the
with- I
internet,
agree
who
with-
gives a crap? It's just roaches looking for
You're
crumbs.
absolutely
you know?
right.
So.
You're absolutely right.
Yep. Ron's got a good idea. Let's talk about
Let's
Ron
talk
now.
about him now. Can we talk
Ron.
about me? Sure, we can.
I like that song.
But so you're gonna be having a ball here the next. Those people seem. I don't know them. Obviously, I didn't meet them. But the videos that you
Hey,
put out, your friends.
Dave, could you
they seem
post
like
that link
great
real
guys.
quick, please, for Chocolate Man for James?
Sure. I think
Yeah,
I
it's
can do
going
it.
in now.
Hey, I'm out of here, man. I can't. I'm a fan, so I'm going to sit back and watch. Chuck and James and Dave and Brock.
You're a
All
you're a
right here.
moderator. You're a moderator.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
Uh,
thanks again, Andy. I'm wearing your shirt, buddy.
You know, I haven't seen Andy in a while. Have you heard from him?
Yeah.
He
little
hasn't
bit.
been around. He hasn't
Yeah,
been
popped
around.
in.
Did he?
Yeah,
I missed
he's
him.
busy doing Australian stuff.
He's the
Got
guy
called
that I want
Life.
to. I swear to God,
Yeah.
I watched him, and I've been here 3.5 years, and he's like James. I think he has been more places than I. He did in a month what it will take me 12 years to do, and he's older than I am, I think, or he's at least my age or so. You see, you all are not only entertaining, you will teach me so much. This traveler, in case this is a good guy here. He's the one that's trying to get James. Gave him a name. He's trying to get his wife. She has what? MS, I
Oh
believe.
my
right?
God, Keisha's in the house too.
MS.
Life after kids.
Oh,
Hello,
there she
What's
is.
up, Keisha?
Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keisha.
He's trying to get her. They want to come to Thailand. He's been taking care of her with MS for 30 odd years or a long time, and he thinks he's going to have to go to Mexico because he can drive there. And James had put him in touch with some people. We had no luck so far, and the transportation's just real pricey flying from the U.S. to Thailand. There he is. There he is. What's up, James? How you doing, brother?
Good
What's
morning,
up, gang?
James.
Hold on. Audio issues here.
Always
The
a
audio sounds
perfectionist.
good to me.
Hang on, let me grab my mic.
Mm.
Testing. I got my
need
new.
to buy
Stand by.
I got my new blue mic.
expensive.
hear
You need
you
to
guys.
buy a more expensive. You
Check.
need to buy a more expensive mic,
Can you hear me?
James.
Can you hear
They
me?
can't hear us, so we can talk about it right now.
Oh, you can't hear it.
Does it work that way?
Yeah.
I put
I
that
would talk
link
about
up there.
it before.
If you want to come on, Keisha, if you want to come on, jump. You can pop that link.
All right. Hold on a second.
Right there.
I got to put my headphones on.
Put key right there,
To be able to hear you guys without
and
the
then it will
headphones.
be a
But
full
You don't want to
screen.
hear us anyway.
I have my pineapple.
Me and my cheesy round screen.
No, my friends, it's going to be a great trip. Before Thailand, we traveled all around the world, Central America, been up into the Caribbeans, and yeah,
Boom.
they're really fun people to hang
Holy
out
Seem
with.
like good people.
smokes.
That's for sure.
That was some ASMR shit there. James.
Hi, Mitchie. I'm in your ears right now. I want to tickle your.
It's a good thing.
When I
Keisha's
wake up,
wearing
what am I
pants.
going to be doing?
Can James hear yet or no? He doesn't
Oh,
have
you
it
can
yet.
hear.
Oh,
I can hear you loud and clear, baby. What's going on, fellas?
Holy
Good morning. What's the drama
Good
today?
morning.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, it's
We don't
okay,
have
Key,
drama.
man.
They need a
We're
mediator.
all like this.
so that you can just block your camera. I'm tempted to do that all the time. Traveler wants to say respect to you, James, again for what you trying to help him get his wife.
Yeah, Traveler. I hope that
Thailand.
worked out, brother, or at least I hope they got some progress or some good information. I hope that worked out for you.
Yeah, I don't know if it did so far yet, but you never know, man. He might have to go to Mexico, he says, because he could drive there. So, but he's a good guy, I like him.
Yeah, tough situation, but you know.
Yeah, for sure. Having to take care of someone, that's like he's my hero. 30 years. I had to do it for 6 months while my wife was passing away. Didn't dig that at all. Couldn't imagine doing that for much longer than I did.
Oh, that's a nice truck you got behind you, Chuck. Is that your new group tour?
Yeah, we're still
Oh, I
in Chiang
remember-
Mai right now, so it's
Yeah.
the Chiang
You
Mai
shouldn't have
bus.
showed. That's the baller bus.
Yeah, it's all VIP rooms. That's it.
Oh, what? I don't know if you answered or not, James, but does Cambodia, like Thailand, do you have to have insurance?
Not that I could see on the website. I posted
No.
a link there, but only requirement I could see if you're vaccinated is to show proof. That's it. Come on in.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. Like I said, my wife went 79 kilometers to the border yesterday with her mom, dad, and the youngest, and bought a bunch of crap, and then came back. But she wants to go. I got to get my freaking passport in.
All right, you heard it here first. 1 July here in Thailand. There will be no restrictions.
I believe that too. I second that. I think, and maybe before, but it's going to be damn close on June 1st, I think. But let's
Hey,
see,
I just thought of
because,
something. My mom's going to be at the Wombat with the meeting too. That ought to be interesting.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell her she can't have any food unless she's vaccinated? They won't serve you. They won't serve you, Ma. You can't. You can't get anything. You got to
I'm
watch
sure.
us eat.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of drama in that whole scene with my mom. It's going to be fun.
I can't wait. It's going to be the best series ever.
I can see it now. My son loses me in Bangkok. Or,
Chuck's gonna be on their thumbnail like, "Where's my mom?"
Oh, dude.
Anybody seen my mum?
How old is she, Chuck?
She just turned 70.
Oh, okay. She's a youngster. See,
Yeah.
my mom
Yeah.
couldn't do it. My mom's 90, 89, 90.
Yeah.
She's a little bit, but she could still have some fun here. I
Oh
think.
yeah, I told her. We were talking back and forth on conveniences in Thailand. I said, I can, if you can't find friends, I could always have a live-in. A young Thai man will take care of you in any way, shape, or form. Just she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, Mom, really?
Really?
All it takes is money.
Like,
She goes, and you can see the little like ding. I'm like,
ding, ding, ding.
great. So I may
That's
have to
awesome.
get. I may have to get my mom a Sancho.
Let's see. I don't
That'll
think
be
anybody's
fun.
asking. Ron said the Prime Minister said July 15th months ago. Looks like he was right. I think so. I'm with James. If it isn't wide open by the 1st, I'd be really, really surprised.
Yeah. July
The
1 has
thing-
always been the goal. It's
Yeah,
been
I
that
think
way
so,
for a long
too.
time. It's always been the
And
goal.
and the only thing that I could see that would change that if they came in and said, "Oh, today we had 2 million cases. We're going to need to revamp."
Nope.
But other than that, I
cases
can't
have
see
been
it.
on a steady decline every single day. So
They don't show
even
them
after,
anymore.
Yeah,
that
even
I
after
see.
the Songkran and all that, they were worried about. It's been going down steadily,
Down,
and
down,
the reason why is because people aren't going to get tested anymore. So they've given up.
Yeah.
And they're like, why would I? I can get a home ATK test. Why would I go get tested? So
They made my wife do it. She went to Korat to a meeting, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago, whatever it was, and they made her test right before she started the meeting, and then she came back home and had a test again before the throwaway test, the one you're talking about,
Yeah.
and doing it. But I know people that have done it, and they see it, and then they just self-quarantine, and they're not even being idiots about it. They just, okay, I got to stay home for 10 days, and like Joe did, same thing. And what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? I don't know. I like I told you, what I went through with that third Moderna, I would have much rather got the virus. From what I've
me
heard
too.
and seen, it was nasty, man. And the kid took it just right before we went to Ubon on Sunday. She took it on Saturday, and her arm was sore as hell, like mine, but a little bit of a fever, but nothing else than that. I was sick, and it was nasty.
I don't think the Moderna does well with older people over 50 years old.
I
In my
should have got
opinion,
the Pfizer.
everybody I've talked to, especially myself, it was bad for me. The second one was pretty bad for me. So.
Yeah, I should have gotten Pfizer again. Everybody I'm
But
talking to said, "Oh no,
it's
you
the
want to mix
it's
them
the it's the Cadillac of vaccinations in Thailand. Oh, you got the Moderna, but
up." Yeah, you want to know
would-
why? You want to know why I got mine? My wife. You already pay. You already pay for 4, so you might as well use. No, I should have got. I wouldn't have to pay for the Pfizer anyway. I didn't pay for the first 2, so anything to save any kind of bot. My wife will jump on the bandwagon.
you guys should
I
definitely
don't
get
blame.
vaccinated, though. I mean, I've had no side effects at all. I mean, everything is completely normal. There's no problem. I don't understand why people have such a hard time with it. It's really not a big deal. So just do it. It's good for
if
you.
it grows out the other end, it might be worth it.
I've got an ear right here, but it's covered by the hat. It's not a problem. The ear's up here. Plus, I hear better. Maybe
What?
Mitch. That's what Mitch
What?
needs. You need an ear right there.
I
You'd
do.
be in
I
heaven.
do.
You'd be
Seriously.
in heaven.
I'd be like, what? What? What?
What is Ron saying? The
What,
UK has had
what,
99% natural immunity, and they have declared it over and done. Good for them. I think it should be over and done. It's a freaking flu or a cold, whatever it may be. When are they going to change? Now I don't know because epidemic, pandemic, whatever. They're going to change that on the first. also?
1 July will be in endemic status.
Endemic. Okay.
What?
You
Really?
what?
We don't
We'll
really
have
know
the
what
press-
that means, though. I mean,
It
it could still. It doesn't mean they're going to release power. I mean, they could still, keep the power. Just call it an. We don't know what that actually means, until
1 July.
rules are set.
It's going to happen. It's all going
I
away.
think so too. And some people are saying it's going to take forever for everything to get back to
Bullshit.
the norm of 3 years. I think so too. I'm with you.
Walking
James.
Street was insane last night.
Honestly,
barometer.
though, the touristy areas are gonna recover quickly because all they're
Yes.
missing is people. But you
Right.
got to talk. The entire country has suffered from this whole thing, from
Oh,
lack
amazing.
of flow. So a lot of tourists don't come up into this area, and it's going to take some time for that money to start trickling back up through Thailand. But the tourist areas,
Very slow
obviously,
wave. Yeah.
all they need is people. Like Chiang Mai was cool. Like there was a lot of things open, and all they were lacking was customers. So once they start coming, that'll be like bam, done. But I think the rest of Thailand's going to take a year to 2 years to totally recover
Well,
financially.
I'm a selfish bastard. Give me Koh Chang the way that it is right now, and I
Oh,
could
me
live there
too,
year
yeah.
round.
Yeah.
You know, give me the beach where I can walk down and not get bumped into or have to step over people or can't find a
Right.
chair to sit down and can't find any shade. That's not me, but I can't be selfish like that. I'm more into Thailand now. I want to see Thailand recover.
I'm the foolish optimist. When I look at like we just came from Pai, and that place could not be any more remote, any more difficult to get to. Worst damn road I've ever been on my life, and there was still a lot of people there. So it was busy, in my opinion, for a place that small. So
I think it's
recovery,
But it's still
I don't think it's gonna take that long.
It's a
I
touristy
think so,
area,
too.
though. That place is still known for backpackers, so that place is going to recover. Chiang Mai is going to recover. All the Pattaya, Phuket, but I'm talking about like rural Thailand,
T.
like Udon
Say hi to
or
T.
Khon Kaen or
They live off
said-
remittances, though, and the remittances are definitely going to be up.
it'll take some time,
All-
though. It won't be
all
instant.
the young girls will be sending their money back now, so
Yeah.
it's a good
I think
thing.
the girls and even the Thai people that have their little places, they get a boost and get 10 customers
Steve.
instead of 4. They're in good shape. You know, they can keep their electric on, pay for food for their family, and go on. So if it does come up, but I don't think it's going to
Yeah.
be. I think it's going to be by the end of the year. That's just me.
You got to
So,
also remember most of the population of tourism comes from China. It's only like
Yeah.
15-20% come out of the West. So until China starts flowing back into Thailand, it's going to still be kind of slow.
Well, the only thing when I was in Kamala, they had Chinese weddings, 4 of them a day the whole time I was there. They bring their whole entourage down there. They follow them with cameras. They walk down the frontage road to the beach there. Take all their wedding photographs. They took everything right in Kamala.
Now, they don't
I didn't
spend
know
much money in Pattaya or Phuket because they have their own little places that are owned by Chinese tours, and they just keep their money kind of internally. But like Chiang Mai mostly is Chinese people that come to Chiang Mai because they can fly directly into
Yeah,
Chiang
Ron's
Mai.
saying the Chinese
Yes.
will come to the northern provinces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
they just need to come. Like I said, the Thai people are some of the most resilient people I've seen, especially here. You know that they.
Brock has a chip on his shoulder.
Is that the good Brock or the bad Brock?
Yeah,
wow.
that's the Pfizer shot.
Hey T, how you doing, T?
I didn't get an extra head. That's bullshit. I want one.
Hey, I'm good to
Oh,
go, man. I'm
We
good
gotta
to
hear.
go.
We gotta hear James 2 times. Hell no.
No, hell no.
I'm getting in here. I'm getting in. Oh, hey, you guys were talking about Thailand requirements earlier. Did that ever get cleared up? You guys
I
know
think
what the
s-
facts are right now?
No,
after 1 May?
give them to us.
After 1 May, if you're vaccinated, the only thing you got to do is come here, show proof of vaccination, Thailand Pass. Okay. Unfortunately, Thailand Pass is still in there. Everybody's got to do Thailand Pass. If you are unvaccinated, this is the big one now. Unvaccinated, get your PCR test within 72 hours of arrival, and you don't have to do any other testing before you even get to Thailand.
Do
Just
they
get your
make you
PCR
stay
test.
5 days or no?
No quarantine. none
But
of
I
that
think
bullshit. No.
you have to have insurance though, right?
Yeah, everybody has to have
Everybody has to have
$10,000 insurance, which costs nothing. It's
$30 or something, or
Probably
something
less than that.
ridiculous. Yeah,
it's
something ridiculous.
nothing. It's nothing. And that, again, all this stuff is probably going to be gone by 1 July. But currently, that's what the standards are right now, which is pretty minimal.
Yeah, Brock's been waiting, but I think he's got to wait for planes to fly from where he lives straight in, right, Brock? So you save
Yeah, I
an
think-
extra 1,000 or something.
If Brock would
Yeah,
just take his ass to Sydney, where real Australians live, he wouldn't have such a problem.
Yeah, it's going to cost me $3,000 to get there.
To fly. Well, hopefully they lift all that shit. Well, it's better than you guys were like under lockdown.
Yeah,
Hi,
we-
as an Australian citizen, you cannot leave our country. God bless you. Have a good night's sleep. I never understood why the hell.
Pay your,
We
how
pay
the
your,
hell
leave.
pay your taxes. Make sure you pay your taxes.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We can get
they're saying-
Singapore Airlines out, but we don't want to do that at the moment.
Well, okay.
I've
He'll
got a
come.
wedding
You know,
to attend in November,
time-
so I've got to be there for that.
Time to Get Going says that he doesn't want to do it because of the Thai pass mess. You know, we know it's easy to do stuff on the internet, but you got to remember there's a lot of people out there that don't even want to do a Facebook page. A lot of people at the age, 60 and up that come to Thailand, they don't get into social media. They watch YouTube, but they don't have a Google account and they don't do Facebook. So a lot of people don't want to take the time to try to figure out how to put their information on the internet. That's going to be a big problem for tourism until that goes away.
Yeah, but I don't.
Even though
according
we
to
know
what-
it's simple.
Well, what James just said was you don't need that, right? You just come
No,
in.
everybody
and,
still needs Thailand Pass, but that's the thing. They've streamlined it. It's not that.
Yeah, I heard
you're
it's
still gonna
like
have-
immediate.
You're still going to have issues with it, but it's not that difficult. And I feel bad for people who are still fighting technology in 2022, but you're going to have to get on board at some point. I mean,
Somebody
everything is
somebody in the chat said that they applied for it and got it the same day.
and that
Thailand
should
Pass.
be what's happening. It's not going to
Yeah.
happen with everybody, but that's what should happen.
But a lot of people don't take the time to do the research to try to figure out how to do stuff. And it's scary for them to go put the information on the internet. And it's going to suffer until that goes completely away.
Well, let me ask you an internet question then. Did you or did you not, or were you able to do your 90-day online?
I was, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm curious because I think I might try my next one, even though it's only a block away.
You
and
got to
takes
do
me
it. You have
30
to do it
seconds.
between 7 and 14 days prior to the date. So
I'll
if it
try it.
doesn't work, you need to go into the office and tell them, hey, I want to do that. Because somebody there has to approve it at your office.
This John Gray says, my son got his Monday in 10 minutes.
There you
And I
go.
imagine he's talking about his pass. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, if they're making it, because what is the pass there for? Just to verify their
That's it. It's at this
vax-
point, it's just there to verify vaccination status. So pretty
To
much
be
all
honest
it
with
is.
you, I would rather deal with a program than some angry immigration officer in line who hates his job. I'd rather just go through the steps on the internet, get it approved. You just show this knucklehead a barcode, and then you come through, or QR code. I'd rather much do that. I think that's a way better system than trying to explain all this stuff while you're in Thailand to an immigration officer,
Yeah, some kind of times immigration
The
officers.
immigration officer's probably angry because he's been dealing with idiots who haven't done the right stuff in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, when I went to the last time, not this last time in February, but the time before, this French guy and his Thai wife were in there getting his extension like I was on my retirement, and I'm just sitting there, and like I said, that look on that immigration guy's face was, smiling,
Yeah.
listening to him. I'm not going to do a frickin' thing for you. Please go. And his wife is just, please forgive him, please. And my wife's laughing, I'm laughing, and I'm going, God, even I know to shut up at a certain point. And that's one of them. Just keep your mouth shut. Let them tell you what they need. Give it to them. If you got to come back the next day, like I said earlier, I'm retired. It doesn't matter. And if you don't, then pay somebody to do it. Then you're done.
Yeah.
You were visualising me, weren't you, Dave?
What's that?
You were visualising me.
Yeah.
I would be sitting there on your shoulder saying, "Shut up, Dave."
Yeah, be quiet, be quiet. And I learned that within the first 6 months that I was in Thailand. I learned that on my very own. I watched people, and I was reading them as they were getting upset and losing face or whatever the Thai people calling and yelling. And I just went up there, yes, yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, what do you need? Yeah, let me go get that for you. And when I said yes like that, they could have just sent me out. Instead, they said, if you step right out this door over in Patong, there's a booth right outside the immigration deal that does photos, because mine were yellow background and they were supposed to be white, or they were white and they're supposed to be yellow. Boom, boom. 2 minutes later, I was in there and had my extra, whatever it was, 30 days or on my one visa. So it's definitely a true fact. If you can just keep your cool, which sometimes I have a hard time. Like I said, somebody can back me into a corner now a lot deeper than they used to when I was younger, but I still got a bunch of kinks to work out of me on occasion. But I've been trying. But that's one of them I will not do. I will not lose my cool in any situation with any Thai immigration license, all that stuff. Because I got to go get my license too. So, but I heard that if I have my motorcycle endorsement on my California driver's license, it's pretty easy to get everything done, is what I've been told. So.
Yep, I had a motorcycle endorsement on my Hawaii license, and it was zero drama.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I'm going to try that this week, because the last time that I went 8 months ago, the lady told me in Seren, we're not giving anybody any license until all this crap's over with. So,
I think James is and the whole everybody's right about July 1st, mainly because Thailand has to look at Vietnam, has to look at Cambodia, Myanmar. Their neighbors are successful right now. They're not going to be left. They're not going to be left behind from that.
They can't
Lao,
be. I don't think.
I don't know. Lao is. I don't think they really care much about what's going on because they got a lot of Chinese money coming in. This is just my personal thought, but Thailand's invited Lao border to open 3 different occasions, and they've denied it. So I don't think they really give a crap whether they open soon or not. But I think Thailand will open up probably. I think maybe before July. I mean, maybe you'll see it middle June.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Maybe might get lucky, but yeah, Bobby says he just lets Jai. He just sits back and shuts up and lets her do all the time. That's what I do when my wife's there. But like the last time that I went in, she wasn't there, and I had to do it on my own. And I don't speak nothing, which is horrible. But I got it done, 1,900 baht, and took me all day. So, of course, they gave me some weird looks when, oh, your wife is gone, but yet you ran over to her office and you got a signed piece of paper by her and drove it back to us? Yes. Luckily, I got away with it. But it makes it, like I said, here with the new place and everything, and if you have a Thai significant other, it's a piece of cake. But, if I would have been single and trying to go through all the bull stuff, I would have done the same thing James did. And I was under 50, if I was younger than 50. That was a no-brainer if you have the dough. Now you don't have to worry about it. But once you get it and you have all the paperwork and you've done it once, 1,900 baht, 2 hours, and you're done each year.
Tommy J, I've got a Google Fi.
Yeah, I got Google Voice. So I hardly ever use it, though.
Same here. I rarely use it. It's usually deactivated unless I need it.
Mine keeps telling me I have to send a message or they're going to give my number away. So I just send a random text message to a friend. But I don't ever. If you're buying something, sometimes they need to send a code or something or SMS. Other than that, you don't need it.
Yeah. Sometimes I need it to turn on accounts or something like that because they want to send that one-time password to a USA number, but it's pretty rare. Like maybe once a month, once every 2 months, I have to turn it on.
I just kept my mine $65 a month, and all 256 countries, free internet. It's not the greatest in the world, but it works for Google. I use it on the bike, and an American number. And what is it, Mitch? I forgot the name of it now. T-Mobile. T-Mobile. Yeah, if you're over 50, it's like $50. I got a little extra thing for 50.
How many calls a month do you get from the U.S., Dave?
0. But what they do have, Chuck, when I build them all up, what they do is you can go on their site and you click a little deal, and for $5, you can call anywhere in the world for 24 hours. So I set up all the calls that I'm going to make in the middle of the night, and I just make them back to back, and I can be on the phone for 24 hours straight, and it costs me $5.
How often do you answer the scam calls from Nigeria? I mean, how much does that cost
Sometimes if I'm awake at night and I want to amuse myself and my wife, because she'll, talk to him, because she likes it. I go, well, do you need my Social Security number? I can give you I got my bank PIN number.
I love that shit. I do.
Do you need my bank PIN number? And that really confuses them. You want to give me your bank PIN? Yeah, you need money, right? You need to pay this so I don't get in trouble. You know, I like doing it occasionally. My wife loves it when I do it.
So occasionally there's a situation where, like if it's government or sometimes financial, they want to make sure that that phone number is actually attached to you, like you own that phone number. And sometimes it won't work. But nowadays you can actually switch it and have them email you instead of the SMS. So I had a big problem with PayPal. I had to take care of it. When I went back to America, they wouldn't. I couldn't do anything because I didn't have a phone in actually my name. So I had to transfer everything over into my daughter, and then go through that mess. But sometimes you have to have the phone actually in your name when you're dealing with like government stuff or some banking information.
The $50 or the $60 or whatever I pay, it just isn't. Could be an issue to some people. It just isn't to me. The only thing I will do is my iPhone 8. I've got an iPhone 8, and then my wife that passed had a iPhone 7 that I take, and that has my TOT card in it for Thailand, and then the other one has my US. Now I heard that the newer phones, they have 2 slots. You can put 2 cards in it. Is that correct?
Yeah. I have 2. I have an international and a my.
Now, is it an iPhone or is it an Android?
It's a Samsung phone.
Yeah, I refuse. I will not buy another Apple. I paid $1,000 for that iPhone 8 6 years ago or whenever it was, and I still haven't gotten to figure out how to use the damn thing.
Tesla phone.
Tesla phone.
Gonna change the world.
Love that Tesla phone. Love that Tesla.
It really
phone,
will
baby.
change the game. It'll be interesting.
Let's see. Waza says, when I came through, the Thai pass was easy to complete, but it was stressful with all the PCR tests, etc. But I think would be like to show the vaccine and passport would be. Yeah, it would be. I think it's easy. It said in 10 minutes. So somebody was saying. So
I still have to take a 24-hour ATK test to go back to the States. I don't think they're going to change that anytime soon, but you have to have
Is that for the airline or is that for?
That's America's policy.
America's phone.
Yeah, so you have to have it within 24 hours of boarding the airplane. But you can get them almost at any hotel or pharmacy or whatever close to
It's
the
still
airport.
self-testing though, right, Chuck? You don't have to get it done by a professional or have it signed or certified or what?
Yeah, it has to be a certified deal. You have to take that to the airline has to see that. It can't be a self-test. But there's plenty. Like my brother-in-law just had to do it when he went back, and they did it, I think, at the Novotel, the hotel at the airport. But he had to have this certified, unless they change it today. But he needed to have a certified ATK test negative.
Well, like my wife's work kind of cracks me up because she does the test, then she takes her phone, takes a picture of it, and sends it to me. Well, why couldn't she take a picture of mine or hers for me too? So I don't understand how they do their. Somebody was saying that they're making you on some of the boats going out, making you do one of the self tests before you get on the boat. But I don't know.
Yeah, we ran into a couple of things like that on our just recent trip. I think we went to, I don't remember where. I think it was it was that glass walk thing. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
On the
Hey,
Skywalk.
while you're tripping,
The Skywalk.
Yeah, they wanted
Mama
vaccination or ATK for that. Yeah.
And then they were
And
going
they
to charge,
got-
I think, 300 baht for the ATK test. Right.
They got a Costco card.
I heard they're giving them for free. They're giving them for free in the U.S. You can get them. For
I got
nothing.
mine for free when I came back.
Yeah,
I didn't pay
I
nothing.
heard they give it to you for free.
Hey, Dave.
Of course,
Not
I'm a
much,
freeloader
yeah.
anyway.
Excuse me for interrupting while you're talking. Key wants to come on. Could you put that link up?
Yeah. Did she do her makeup? Because she said she didn't have her makeup.
She said no. She's coming out just right out of the shower.
Out of the
There
raw,
you go.
in the raw.
I'm gonna run.
T-shirt in the raw.
Worked out.
While
There
we're
you
waiting
go.
for her to come
Buddy.
in, okay, I got a question for the group, or just a question for discussion. Because Dave was bringing up a good point about the $50 a month for whatever for the phone service. Should people move to Thailand who have a problem with small fees like that, $50 for a phone, or $300 for entry fee if that ever happens, or dual pricing at national parks or things like that? Should those type of people move to Thailand?
No.
I agree. No.
Hell, I hemorrhaged money when I went for a loaf of bread yesterday. Am I complaining? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't understand Thai culture and you can't understand what's happening with that, then you're too stupid to be here.
I think
So
you
you
got to
should
be
just go.
flexible and learn. Like my thoughts are a lot different when I first came to Thailand as they are now. So you got to be the
Hi,
type
young
of
lady.
person
Yes.
where
Hey, Keith.
you can be flexible.
Yeah,
gotta be flexible
I
and
guess
learn.
so. I don't know.
My
I'm kind
thoughts
of
are a
not
lot
tolerant
different when I
for
first came to
because you
Thailand
can't
as they
understand.
are
Same
now.
thing like
You got to
if
be
you're
the
with.
type of person
Yes.
where
Key, turn off your volume.
Yeah,
flexible
I
and
guess so.
learn.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
kind of
turn off your YouTube screen, Key. Your
because you
YouTube
can't
screen.
understand.
Okay.
Just use StreamYard.
Mute.
Yes.
She,
There you go.
Yay.
Better.
No, that was me. There you
oops.
go. There you go.
No
That
worries,
Good
no
job.
worries.
actually
It
made
happens
me
to
Good
feel
everybody.
at home.
Good
Real
morning.
quickly, I think that maybe they should learn, but if you don't understand Thai culture, I don't think that Thailand is the place that you should be. I mean, if you can't understand that, hey, I've got this girlfriend and she makes 20,000 baht and supports her mother, father, grandmother, and grandfather, but I want her to come traveling with me, then why would it be such way out there that I need you to pay this money that I would be earning for me to go with you and have a good time with you? It just seems like a no brainer, regardless of what country you're in. If that's the culture, you're going to take away. They don't. First, you have to understand that they take care of their elderly. They don't just shove them into a old age home and say, "We're going to be by every month and we'll give you a kiss on the cheek and we're out of there."
Yep. Don't
They
happen
will
in
take care
Thailand.
of. No, they'll take care of you till the bitter end.
It worked. It worked.
So, but anyway, that's enough about that. Go ahead. Hi, Keisha. How
Hi,
are you?
Dave. How are you guys?
I'm doing good. I'm still looking forward to meeting you. I didn't get to meet you because I didn't get to make that
I know
trip,
this
but
is about the
we'll do it.
closest we've been so far.
Yes, it is.
Mitch, where's the link for Key? What's going on? Man.
I'm letting the guys.
Amateur hour. Let's go, brother. Come on.
Okay. Actually,
He's
I
not a
did-
moderator.
Losing
He's a
money
YouTube.
right now.
Yeah, he's a YouTube creator now. 'Cause it's your fault. You did it
What's
at Chuck's
going on
house.
over there, Chuck?
I was there when I saw James do that. So it was James's fault that he made Mitch a YouTube creator
It's all his fault.
at Joe's house
Did you?
in the
Did you guys
backyard.
miss what I just did to Key?
No, I missed it.
He's got jokes.
I
He has
rang
jokes?
her. I
You
called her.
You
on
called
the
him.
phone. Rule number 1: turn off YouTube. Rule number 2: turn off your phone because Richard
mine
did that
on.
to me once, and I've been doing it to everyone ever since.
That's
Yeah,
one
a
guy I
little
feel
jokester.
for. How you doing, Richard's mom? How you doing, Richard? Hope you're well.
The funniest thing I heard with the dual processing, I've seen with the dual pricing in Thailand, is when I go out with the family, they get really, really annoyed when they pay 10 baht to get in somewhere and it cost me 400. They go off the handle.
Well, if it's your family,
They think it's
they can do
terrible.
whatever they want to, but I think you have to.
Yes.
That's nice. I think it's a good thing, except I probably wouldn't want mine to do that, but they probably wouldn't do that anyway. But I mean, does it really? I don't know. Like I said, if I made 18,000 baht every month and I couldn't, I barely made a living, and then I had to go, then I just wouldn't go to the national parks.
And we
You know,
live
I
here
just
on the
couldn't go.
same dime as Thai people. Like we eat the same
Right.
price soup, we stay at the same price hotel. We don't pay anything extra. So
Right.
to go to a national resort that's owned by the government and they want to charge you $10, Thai people don't even make that. A lot of the people in Thailand, a big
Right.
majority, don't even make that in one day. We make more that in 1 hour in the United States. So I don't really quite understand what the big deal about that whole thing is, because you can buy a bowl of soup for 30 baht, and we made a shitload more money than
Well,
Thai people come here.
That
and
video that you
actually
just did
retire
showed that.
live.
How much did that lady make for all day?
90,
$2
90 baht a day.
Yeah, $2.58 or something. It's amazing, and I don't know. It doesn't bother me. The more that I can learn about Thai culture, and
If
the
I
more that
lived-
I could do it, I'll do it.
If I lived like a Thai person, like I lived in like a Thai home and ate Thai food every day and everything like that, I could afford at least 4 or 5 more phos, at least.
Yeah.
Wait,
That would definitely boost your channel. I promise you. You would go from here, like we're here. You would go. You'd be up here, like off the chart, bro.
Yeah, Chocolate Man in Thailand with his 4 Thai girls. Yeah, I can see. Hey, that's got a ring to it. Let's see here.
Heck
Don't do
yeah.
it.
Oh, Five's
Yeah,
not
Douglas
watching.
is
I'm gonna get
saying-
an angry phone call.
Douglas saying he's been here 15 years and he still learned. Same thing like I did that little video, which I did it for the family, not for anything else. But when they took Grandma and Grandpa and put her in this deal that we bought for 10,000 baht, which is a lot of money, a month's salary to a lot of people. But I didn't know and realize till that last one that I did that Grandma was in the actual fence post and the grandfather was in the little shrine that I forget the name of again. Seti? Brock will correct me.
Chedi,
so when
Chedi, or
Chetty.
Chedi.
But when they put it in there, that was stuff that was like awesome. All the people in the video were all family. They're all smiling from ear to ear. My wife was a goddess, for $300, So it's amazing. And I mean, you can drive down that road and you see that mirrored green thing just, and they all drive. That's all family land around there, So it's interesting. The Thai culture is very interesting to me. I enjoy it. I think they're on the right track. Same thing with
Yeah.
Costa Rica when I was there. Take care of the elderly, do this. They had a thing back then called Tika time. And a lot of the people didn't realize that it wasn't so much the Tika time, but they would tell you they'd come tomorrow to put the tile in and they wouldn't show up for 2 days. Well, they didn't know how to explain it to you if you didn't speak Spanish, nor they didn't think you needed to know. It was their grandfather's birthday and they had a party on the beach. So they went to that, So I don't know. The culture and the stuff, I think they've got it more on board here than we had in the United States anyway. Some of the stuff I see, the kids nowadays have absolutely no respect for any elder. They open their mouth when they shouldn't. And these kids here, like my daughters, are the most respectful kids that I've ever seen. And I think it's typical here. Although my wife says more the girl daughters than the sons, or the little girls have a tendency to be a little bit
Australiasia's
more.
got it
Hey,
down. I
Dave,
like that.
has much changed though? I mean, when you were those kids' age, weren't people your age saying the same thing?
You know what? We were taught respect, though, man. I mean, when someone came into the house, you were expected to get up and go, "Hi, Uncle Bill. How you doing? Can I come on over here? Can I get you something to drink?" And I was a nasty little bastard, and I still had that respect. Is it something that was earned? Well, they earned it because they were my idols. My uncles and my aunts and everything. They took care of me. I had a place. But now, like I say, the one thing about my son, he's saying, "Hey, Billy's dad bought him a brand new car," and I'm going, "Well, that's fine. Good for Billy." I said, "Is that the kid that I had to come over and pick you up because he blew up the car?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Why'd he blow up the car? No oil in it, right?" "No." So that's what happens when you don't pay for anything, and that's what happens when get them stuff given to you. And my kids are respectful. My son will, "Yes, ma'am," "No, ma'am," and I think it's gone out of 90% of the kids that I've seen. I haven't seen them all. I mean, I'm sure that there are. You can set it over there. Thanks, man.
Oh, I thought somebody was going to come up and slap Dave behind the head.
Yeah,
My mother-in-law with the lamu or labmu. She makes me. She makes me.
Things
Your
have changed.
audience is still talking about the cost of things and fees and stuff. I wanted to bring up one point on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
300 baht, entry fee for whatever they're going to call it for. Anytime you go anywhere in the world, there's always taxes and fees that are built into whatever the cruise ship ticket or the airline ticket or what. But I think they should do the 300 baht if you're coming over from a neighboring border. But I think they should just bury those fees somewhere in the airline ticket, so that people don't even know that, instead of making it people make such a big deal about the 300 baht, the $10. So if they just buried that into some taxes for the airline ticket, they'd never even notice that,
Yeah, Stuck has it right with it. But see, those are like the people that I feel the most for, that I think that there's a lot of people that got screwed in America. But I think the American Indians, and they can go get salmon anytime they want, hunt anything they want. And I think that should be their deal. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let them build all the casinos that they want, as far as I'm concerned. That's my personal
I,
opinion.
I had an incident where some years ago we were looking after hosting Thai kids and whatever come over there on the school holidays. They'd be here for 2 weeks. One of the trips we had a bus, 14 nuns, and I was driving them around in a minibus or a 14-seater. Went to a national park up the road and got to the ticket gate, and the girl at the gate said, Is this a family group?" So quick as a flash, my answer was, "Well, these are all my sisters." Poor girl just shook her head, banged it on the desk a couple of times, and gave us entry for family price, which is about $10 for the whole bus.
That's cool. I think Uncle Craig says it all here. I don't care what they charge me. I'm in Thailand, baby, and I'm rich.
I'm
So,
rich.
yeah. So I don't think it takes that much to be rich. I mean, I think they consider most foreigners rich anyway, the Thai people, and why shouldn't they? I mean, the money that I bring in every month, they might make in a year, you know. So, um, and maybe not quite that drastic, but you know. So I guess you could consider that rich in their eyes. But are they grateful? Yeah, you bet, man. I mean, the gratitude and stuff that I see when I give my father-in-law, you know, 1,000 baht to, then I gave it to him yesterday, and I said, because I want to make sure he has gas in his scooter, right? Because I don't want him running out at dusk, and he's 77 years old, you know, on the side of the road. And I said, are you going to spend that money on the lotto? Maybe not all of it. I said, okay, God bless you. Go do what you want to do. They're very grateful for everything that you do, and
even
that's
even for like tips, just little
yeah.
tips. We've given tips that we thought were, not much, and they run back in the back, and you see them jumping around, you know.
Definitely. Well, like Chuck
Yeah.
said, the one lady that was making those deals makes American $2 and 50 60 cents a day. So when you give somebody
Yeah, Bobby.
50 baht, it's a considerable amount of money
I
to
didn't
them.
show it on camera, but I asked my wife. I said, would it be disrespectful if I gave her a little bit of tip? Because she did show me, and I took
How to
her
do it.
time away from. I didn't put it on. I didn't want to put it on camera, but
Right,
I didn't
right.
have 100 baht. All I had was 500. So I gave her the 500 baht, and I said, "There, you can take off for 2 or 3 days now."
That's what
But no.
that's what I did with the lady
Very
outside the
generous, Chuck.
place that we
Very
went that
generous.
was pulling the grass. I said, how much does this lady make? And she said maybe 100 baht a day, maybe for the cows to feed hers and sell. So I gave her. I think I only had 300 baht on me cash wise, and I gave her that. And you think I gave her $1 million? I said, why don't you take 3 days off? And my wife said, she's 90 years old. She'll be back here tomorrow night doing the same thing she's been doing since she
Yeah.
was 12. And that's why they'll do it. The Americans during this time, they're gimme, 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 gimme. The Thai people are going down to the local river and throwing nets and catching fish to feed their family. So I don't know, different lifestyle. I like it.
I got a little story to tell you. We were down in Phuket just the last time. We were driving down the street, and excuse my voice. I've been yelling and
You
it's
sound
gone.
fine. You
But
sound fine.
a lady had a little, the food carts that they're driving around to get one place to the other, and she took the corner too quick, and her whole cart flipped forward, and she flew out of the cart. All of her food spilled all over the road, and it looked like she hurt her leg because she was limping when she got out. So I had Charles stop the car in the middle of the street, and I was like, we can't just leave because there wasn't a whole lot of people around, and we couldn't just leave her like that. So I have on a dress as usual, and I'm getting out to go and help her, and Charles is getting out to go and help her. And then a lot of people started coming around, and I said, to me, it was nothing because I knew she lost all her food that day, and I just gave her 1,000 baht to try and maybe replace some of it.
Right.
And she started crying, which
I
of
bet.
course I'm a sucker. I started crying. So we're crying in the middle of the street. She hugs me. She's got all this sauce all over her. Now I've got all this sauce all over me. But I was like, oh my God. So we drove away, and I ended up going back and giving her some more money because she was just, it was just kind of one of those things that I wanted to do, but I knew she couldn't recover from that.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, it
it's
was
amazing what a little bit will do. My wife, from the very beginning, like I said before, I'm even worse than most people. My mother was in the restaurant business. She was a waitress. She was a single mother with just me. She supported it. So her money, I mean, they paid waitresses back in the 60s and 70s, 25 cents an hour. Everything came from tips, and that's the way that I was brought up. So I over tip anyway. And then
yeah,
here, but my wife says, these people don't get tips. So when you
at
tip
all.
them anything, it is something. But now I just ask her because I know that I think somebody had said up here, I think it was T&W said something about it, or no, Uncle Craig did about, his wife, that tipped a day's wage. Yeah, it's not hard to do because, especially I'm looking at if we go out to eat and we eat at a like a big sushi place where it costs us 1,000 baht each for all the salmon you can eat and whatever, to throw them 200-300 baht would be nothing to me. It'd be normal, or 400. So I let her regulate me now. Now she just says up to you. I'm going, you're a big help. So I'm trying to get some kind of a number. Is this 20 good? Is 50 okay? Is 100? Up to you. Up to you. So she's learned, I guess, and I learned. So just give what you
We've
want.
got an
But anything,
almost opposite problem here. We've got a noodle restaurant we go to all the time down the road. He's a good friend now. He keeps trying to give me free food and discount. He one trip there. He said, "Okay, thanks, free for all of the best 6 of us." So
that's right.
I refused and told him, "No, we're not going to have it for free. If you if you don't charge me, I'm not coming back again."
I forget the name of the little sweet deals that I get, but what are they? Cowlac, whatever the little. It almost turns into an alcohol. It
Oh,
ferments.
that
Oh
fermented
yes,
rice.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He loves them. That's what he used to be an alcoholic. I think this is his last dish effort that he gets to eat these sweets. But the lady I always give her like 20 baht. I spend 40 and I give her 20, and she
The
always gives
tipping
me
the
extra.
tipping thing they look at as good luck also. It's not so much
Yeah.
the amount, it's good luck. But I can tell you one bad thing in Thailand. When you're going somewhere first thing in the morning and you don't want to start pointing at products or looking at unless you intend to buy it because it's really bad luck to have your first customer come in and not buy something.
But
It took me a long time to figure this out. Paige used to get mad at me because we'd go on our walks and I'd be looking at, she's like, no, don't do that unless you're going to buy that. But she never really explained to me till later. But it means if I don't buy it, then they're going to have bad luck throughout the day because
I
the
didn't know that, so
their first customer didn't buy something. So
I'm
in the
learning. I'm
early
learning
in the
something new.
morning, don't go pointing your nose around places unless you really intend on buying something because it's very bad luck for the store if you don't purchase
wow.
something. So everything's got to do with good luck in Asia. I don't know
See
why.
you later,
Yeah.
Tim. Corvette Rudy's here, saying hello to everybody.
Yeah,
What was this?
we got told in Malaysia while I was there, we used to have amas look after the house, do the cooking, cleaning, looking after the babies, etc. that you may or may not have had. And sometimes the amount you were paying them was a pittance, but the Air Force admin people were at great lengths to tell you you must pay this amount of money because if you pay more, you're going to disrupt the whole industry because they didn't only work for the Air Force families, they worked for local families. And if you pay too much, they're going to live on that wage and then expect it when they go to work for somebody else when you leave. So you've got to be careful not to overpay.
Did you read the one that's up there? I don't know how. I'm not going to pronounce that word right.
Kakadu.
Yeah,
Kakadu.
World Heritage Park is $25 for out-of-state residents, free for the Northern Territory residents. So, and I'm sure there's probably places like that in the U.S. too. I'm guessing.
Florida,
Florida
there?
residents don't pay hardly anything to go to Disney World.
Well, I know for fishing wise, when you're fishing in your state or whatever, you pay less for your fishing license, hunting license, and all that. Because I know if I went and got elk tags for out of state stuff, it was an enormous amount of money. But if I
Nothing's
shot up
free
and
in the land of
yeah,
free.
What are you doing over there, James?
He's tripping. He be tripping.
Yeah,
I love
he's
that
on the
shit.
LSD again.
Dave, I let Noon handle the money. She tips everyone. I'm good with that. Yeah, usually she'll pay too, and she'll do that too, Douglas. But sometimes when I'm by myself or whatever, I don't want to. I guess I can't make them feel uncomfortable. But if I spend 150 baht on something, I'll leave them 20 or 40 baht. That's just what I do, and I don't know if that's too much or not.
I don't want to
sure
be
it
that
is.
guy. Oh, here comes that Falang who doesn't pay nothing guy. I don't want to be that guy. I want people to be happy when they see us.
Woolworths.
Let us
God, that's a
pay.
good one. That's
Make
funny.
our friends go eat. Yeah, I don't know. And they need it. So it's not like they don't need it. And like James was saying before, everything's relevant. A $50 phone bill is nothing to me, but might be expensive to Mitch. Or whatever. Everything's relative. If you got the money and you want to spend it, and I like making people smile, and especially when I have it. If I didn't have it, it'd be a different story. But I have it,
Yep.
so why not?
In
Mitch has got
America,
a
you
what-
can't even go to the ice cream parlor. You stand there, they give you your ice cream, and then you pay with a credit card, and there's how much do you want to tip? I'm like, what the hell do I want to tip for what? I stood here, you handed me an ice cream cone, now you want a $15 tip,
Right.
I don't get it.
There's some
Yeah.
places that I at least will tip less, and they're like that, or self service. But there's a gal there that brings you sodas or whatever the case may be, and it will be a considerable amount less, or in some cases nothing. You didn't do anything. I mean, you have to do something, I would imagine. Let's see.
Mitch has got to save his pennies now, Dave. He's got to
Does he?
buy
Oh,
another buffalo for Dow's family.
This will be interesting. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to meet her. Then as soon as he heard about maybe coming to Surin, he got sick. I think
Here
it's
it
just a
goes.
Surin thing. He just doesn't.
Here we go.
I didn't bring it up to everybody yet. So let's see. Corvette Rudy said, I think I'm caught up. Well, okay, what did Joe say? Joe hasn't talked. Me and my wife have 3 grandkids, 500 to get in, 1,500 for food. Now they must be talking about Disney World. I'm thinking.
Seabiscuit in the 7th. There you go. That's good shit.
Now, I might go, but according to Jam, if I can get my butt to Florida, she'll get me into Disney World and all that free. So, but it'll never happen.
You've got to be quick though, because they're leaving in July, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll never happen. Me procrastinating around, I can't even get my passport done, let alone.
Hey, Andy. Andy's in the house, by golly.
Ah, there he is. We were talking
Hey,
about
Andy.
you. Were your ears burning, Andy? Let's see. An ET, I think I already said ET's here. Raymond, Beam, James, Scotty. Okay, I'm caught up. Wow, that's amazing. Of course, we only been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. So.
Today we have the princess in town in Top Phnom, and I think
Wow.
the entire police.
I thought you were
and military-
talking about me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll roll out the carpet for you. Just let me know. But I think that they've got almost half the military in Thailand here, and I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, she's a special person, but are they going to kidnap her? I don't quite understand why they have so many
Yeah.
people here. But the town is very busy right now with police and military everywhere.
I only seen that
It's
once
always
in-
the show. Always the show. Always saving
all-
face. Always.
All about that's it. That is exactly it. All about
I
the
only
show.
only seen it once in Kamala. They blocked off everything, and I can't remember who it was. Princess of
Yeah.
seen them come down. But I think you had mentioned that before, maybe in a video. They're getting ready to do that or someone's coming. I think I heard you mention it before. Side Trip Life.
You have the
Gotta
motorbikes
run.
screaming down 10
Thanks
minutes
for the
before the
coaching tips
cavalcade
from
gets
all
there.
the videos. Finally made it cool. Glad you did. I got the love for Koh Chang from Chuck. That's probably my favorite place to be, especially when there's no one there. Least favorite for my family because they do not like any kind of mountains or hairpin turns. So not the place for them. But I love it there.
Take them to Pie. They'll love it.
Ron, I don't know the princess's name. It's the one, the heavier set one, the real smart one that she sponsors all the libraries, and I don't remember her name anyway, but that's the one who's here, the smart one.
There was one.
The younger one's a bit ill.
Yeah,
There was one that at one time for the whole month would spade and neuter any dogs that were brought in. That was a while ago, but I thought that was pretty good. It's I know James does a lot with the Soy Dog deals over there, and I guess it's Patea, right? I think the Soy Dog place. And
Fa is in the house.
no, she is. Hi, Fa. James kick you
There
out?
we go.
Or is she
Good
back
morning,
in
Fa.
All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Pa.
Gotta go.
Syndrome.
Not here.
Mitch is back in town, Fa, so you can give him that
You
the
could
rest of
run.
his manicure. He's waiting
Hello,
for his
Fa.
manicure.
James has been really good. He has.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I got about 9 videos to edit.
Yeah,
Can
no,
I
it's
send
been-
you mine?
Might as well.
Yeah, I thought you were doing them for Mitch.
Mitch is
That'll-
only
that'll
like a
be-
minute and a half long. That's nothing. You know?
I don't know.
Ooh,
The last
that's
one.
what she said.
On that
last
note,
one I saw-
Oh my God.
The last one I saw was 17 minutes.
Yeah.
17 minutes. So that was a good one.
But all
yeah,
I
I
did
think
was
so too.
film my neck and chin on that one, Dave. And then the ground.
And how surprised were you when Chuck actually beat you on a water bicycle? It couldn't have been like you were completely amazed. How could I lose? I wouldn't even have done it. So you're a better man than me. I'm not going to get
I
embarrassed. Go
looked
do it, and I'll
At
film
that
you.
contraption, I went, I'm
I
going to
couldn't
tip
even have got
over.
on. I couldn't even got on. I would have never got on the thing.
So it would have been epic if we would have been able to get on those dinosaurs at the mall, but we probably would have broke them. But
Yeah. Would have been buying a dinosaur.
but that would have been funny cruising around the mall on a couple of little dinosaurs.
Are those ones, the little
electric
electric
racing.
car things?
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
tried. But, oh,
Yeah,
no.
she
Oh,
wouldn't-
no.
she
For little
wouldn't let us
kid.
get on
Litten.
it.
For Litten.
That's
I
okay.
saw that. Just watched that video this morning.
Yeah, that would have been funny. Me and Paige did ride one around in the Karat Mall. I don't know. They just let us get on it. We were racing around the mall in an older video. It was pretty funny.
I remember that.
Coming up.
I remember that. Boy, I got some serious crackage on my screen protector. Kind of take care of that today. Why is my
All right,
phone-
guys. You guys take
All right,
care.
Chuck.
We'll see you.
Take it
we'll see
easy.
you
Yeah, I
again.
think
See you later, Chuck.
I'm going to end it here
Okay,
pretty
see you,
soon
Chuck.
anyway.
Peace
Bye, brother
out. See
Chuck.
you
See
soon,
ya.
Keisha.
absolutely. I can't wait for Mom to get here.
It's
Yeah,
coming
there you
soon. Coming soon.
That ought
Yeah,
to be
that's going to be
fun.
awesome.
Yeah, she's coming to stay with you, isn't she, Keith?
She's coming to stay with me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's more than welcome to come stay with me. She might not want to go back up to Chuck's.
That's always an option, right?
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right.
See him.
Take it easy, Chuck. I'll see you
Bye.
soon.
Peace.
Oh,
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
handle it.
now we can finally talk about him. Anyway,
That's why I didn't leave first.
the media's here. How you doing? I didn't see you here. Are you still in the States? She's back, right? You're back.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're in
Dip
time.
media.
I'm in Bangkok.
yeah. She's
Yeah.
back.
somebody ain't been watching the channel. Put that link
Exactly.
back up.
I was getting ready to say that.
Yeah, we're going to have to block Dip Media if he's not keeping up with the events.
Yeah, you have to be
Tell him,
careful what
tell
you
him, Brock.
ask. You would have been better off asking, "Are you back?" and not. No, you wouldn't have been better. You should have just not mentioned anything. He's a good guy. I like him.
Well, that's amazing. Nearly 3 hours, and we've still got 40 odd people watching.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing.
I know at least one of them's very odd.
You?
Yeah.
And me.
It's
I'm
been
odd.
silly. Usually when I do them, of course, it helps when James is on, and now Keisha's on, and Chuck and Mitch, everybody. But normally it's like mid 30s, somewhere between high 20s to mid 30s. It'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
there eventually, I guess. I don't know.
They can't resist seeing all these good looking guys on the channel.
Oh, gee, now it's getting deep.
How
Thank you.
come Brock didn't get a mention? I mean, he just got passed right
Brock's
over.
always
I mean,
because
ouch.
Brock's always there. So
I actually thought there was
That's the
something
thing.
wrong with your channel because Brock is always on it. I was like, is it on a loop or something?
thank God,
there's-
like I said,
there's two of me.
between every once in a while when I say stupid stuff, he's usually pretty good if he's on to tell me to shut up for a little while, or that's enough. That's enough. So good. That's enough, Dave.
Yeah,
All
change
right.
it.
So hopefully,
story.
yeah, change the subject. So now I don't have to do that in a minute. I've been getting pretty good, so I stay away from most of it.
Yeah, so now we can go twins again.
Yeah, I don't know because it's really weird. I don't know how James and Key. I don't know how you or how
Yeah,
it
Bob
goes
Mac.
because I'm new to YouTube. But it's really weird. I stayed at like 1670, and we'll go to like
Take care,
this is
Robert.
over like the last 2 weeks. 1672, 1674, 1671, 1670, 1600 over 2 weeks, and a couple of people that I said they said it'll all of a sudden come in spurts, and I have noticed that in the past. It'll stagnate and then they come, and it'll stagnate and then they come. But I don't. It doesn't really
I'm new.
matter.
I'm new to YouTube too, Dave. And I think I stayed at like about 2,400 for a while. And when I did the trip with James and Chuck and Joe,
Yeah, that helps.
a lot of people from their channels, kind of came over, which I was so grateful for. And I guess just keep on putting out videos. I'm not really that good at putting out videos. I might
I'm
put
not
out a
either.
video a week.
My problem is
Tell
that
me about it.
I don't. I'm not like James even and Chuck, and I said it before. And Joe, like Chuck, it's like attached to his hand. Like I said before. Oh, I got to go get a piece of gum out of my truck. Let's go look. Yeah. I don't think that way, and I think I need to think more that way. Like I took the kids when we got the new car over to the park or the big parking lot type thing across the street from the government center, and let the 18-year-old and the 15-year-old started teaching them how to drive, and it was hilarious. And I should have been filming it. It would have been something for somebody to look at and laugh, at least some kind of
Yeah.
content.
I think we all miss those moments sometimes when you're like, dang, I wish I
I'll
had
tell
my
you
camera
what,
present.
I can guarantee you James wouldn't have, Joe wouldn't have,
No.
and Chuck wouldn't have. But
I
that's the
still miss
way.
stuff. I still miss stuff all the time because I don't have my camera with me all the
Yeah.
time. And that you really, if you're gonna be a daily life vlogger, you just got to get into that mindset. But
Yeah.
if you don't want to be a
And
daily
see-
life guy, it's all good then.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, I think it's more my channel, more about, knowing about me. But pretty much everybody that watches pretty much knows, probably more than they need to know about me. But I like doing the live streams and stuff we're doing right now, talking to people. Hey, James, what is the thing on Cambodia? Information that I can't give, that you can give, that Keisha could give, that Brock could give. That's what I like doing, and it's fun. And like I said, I'll keep doing it until it's not fun anymore. And I need to learn how to be more tolerant to things and get on with having fun. And that's what I do. And James helps with that too. He's helped me when we were on the motorcycle deal that I
He
needed.
helped
on.
me a lot just
Yeah.
talking, because I think too much. Like I put too much thought into something that should be simple. And
Yeah,
he told me,
right.
just do it. Just do
Well,
it.
you know what? When I look at Chuck and I watch him doing a video, and James for that matter, and Joe, they could be sitting there, and I know in their mind they're going, okay, this is where I want to go with this video. I want to do this, then I want to look at the front of the burger place, then I'm going to go and have the picture of the burger, and my mind doesn't. Mine's like, okay, I'll edit some shit later. It'll be all right. And I need to think like that more. I think that how am I going to put what the video that I'm trying to make? I need to make it in my mind as I shoot it. And I'm just guessing. I don't know if James does that or not. But that's what I see when I see Chuck thinking about stuff. It's like, how is this going to fit together? So, but I'm just not that good at the vlogging deal. I was never good at talking to people either, and now you can't shut me up. So it's like it's kind of a weird.
Shut up, Dave.
Weird.
Yeah, shut up, Dave.
You didn't as bad as Keith. Talks too much.
But I have been having like I said, we were talked about it before. The bullshit in YouTube and the whatever, the people and all that. And I talked to Mitch about it, and I go, but it's like when you think about everybody that I've met from YouTube in person, James, Mitch, Chuck, Paige, everybody, all good people, 100%. They're what they represent on YouTube. And I wouldn't have that. I'd be in Thailand with nobody, to really talk to or meet up with or anything. So you have to look at the good side. How does that weigh against this minuscule 1/1,000,000th of a percent of an idiot or two against all these people that you've met and are now friends, people that you talk to and meet up with. I think it's awesome, I have a good time with it. So.
Well, that's the main thing, just having a good time.
I think so. You have to, and it helps when everybody, is involved. My wife's been getting more and more involved, and she likes the, honey, give me money, and I'm going to go buy some stuff for the school. She likes that aspect of it, and it makes her be on. And I don't know if I want her up front on anything anyway, but, but she enjoys doing it now. Where before my English is really bad, and I don't want to talk. I don't want anything. Now she'll at least talk, because with the grandmother and grandfather, I knew absolutely nothing about this ceremony that I was watching, except that it was very, the point of it was really important. I mean, this is the end of life, how they're going to spend, and I don't know enough about Buddhism either. I should. My wife's Buddhist, so I should at least learn what it's about, and I know nothing about it. Catholic, I know a lot about that, but Buddhism, I don't know.
Yeah, you start to join in all the stuff they do around the temple, Dave. The Songkran and whatever. You go and do the blessing of the water with the monks and putting water over the hands of the old people. It helps cement you with the local community too.
Yeah, and now this just brought up a good thing, the drone that he has. And I want a question for you, James. What I'm thinking about doing, I don't want to spend a fortune on my drone. I don't have the paperwork on my Mini, the original Mini. The 3 is going to come out, and a bunch of people are going to buy the 3. The 2 is all I need, and the batteries fit from the Mini. They fit in the 2. If I get it if I buy it used secondhand off of Lazada, and they have all the paperwork and documentation, and it's been registered, is it easier to register it, or do you know if I have all that paperwork? Because I had nothing with the other one. So
You still got to register in your name, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah,
But
it doesn't
it-
matter
that
what
would
they've
sh-
done with it.
But that would show that it's already been registered, it was bought and whatever, and put through the process. Because
Yeah.
what I heard on mine, I was supposed to save the receipt from Lazada and show them that I bought it in Thailand. So I guess I could ask. Somebody
That might
said
be-
that.
That
Go
might
ahead.
be an issue coming back into the country with it or something. They might ask, hey, where did you buy this? They want to charge you some customs fees, but that's highly unlikely. Like I've taken mine in and out of the country and had no issues. So the only thing they wanted to do was make sure that it didn't have the battery in it. That's all they cared about at the airport. So I
Right.
wouldn't worry about it. Just get one. If you get one here, just make sure it's registered with the Aviation Authority and the Broadcast Authority. It's no big. It's not really that
Well,
complicated.
it must be a deal, because when I looked at them for sale on there, some of them said and some of them didn't say this drone is registered with the blah 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 blah, and I have the paperwork and I have all this. So it must make some.
It's
somebody said,
registered in their name now. They're probably using it as a selling point, but it still has to be in your name, so it doesn't really
Right.
matter. You're
But
still gonna have to register it.
I think it eliminates some of the paperwork, like where did you get it? They already know that. This guy registered it. Now you're taking it from his name to your name. I'm guessing. But who's the guy that does the building? Brian's Thailand.
Right.
Brian.
He's supposed to know a bunch of stuff. So maybe I'll ask him. But that's what I think I'm going to do because I really want to start flying it again.
Yeah.
But I
Either
don't
way,
want to get fined.
You're going to take it to a shop and get it registered anyway. I wouldn't. You can do it on your own if you want, but I wouldn't want to try to navigate those websites.
I'll probably still come your way. Although I saw Greeny, what's the name of that channel? I don't watch him. Greeny's Travel.
Greeny's Travels.
He just took his because somebody stuck something in wrong, the plug or something in it, and he went to the one in Pattaya, and they weren't open still.
Yeah, they're not open.
He had to go to Bangkok. He had to go to Bangkok. Okay, so I'll have to go to Bangkok. But I'm going to be going. I'm going to be going to Bangkok on the 13th. So, and then me and Mitch are going to do something. But I do want to end up at that Wombat and have some kind of something there. I want to eat some of that food. Not that I need to eat that.
Greeny got a fine because his registration had never gone through. So he had it for a year without registering it. So he had to pay a fine on that.
Yeah, James scared me out of the fine amount, but I don't think his was that. I guess that was probably the highest thing. And it wasn't. It's just like, God, I don't want to be a stupid idiot that, gets fined. And, I just didn't want to be that. So what I'll do is maybe I'll check with him, find out what I need. And then when I do take off on the 13th, I'll have bought the one, bring it to Bangkok, drop it off, and hopefully get it back and all the paperwork.
Where are you buying one from, Dave?
I was going to buy it off of Marketplace or something.
You say you're going to try and buy a used one?
Yeah, is what I was going to buy. If they're cheap enough and if it's somebody like me. I mean, I've only got 15 flights on mine,
The Mini 2 price is going to come way down when the 3 drops, so I wouldn't.
And if it's reasonable enough brand new. Yeah, if it's reasonable enough brand new, I'll just buy a new one. Yeah. In other words,
even now it's not that expensive, but I mean, it's up to you. It's like $18,000 for the Fly More kit, so I don't know how much money you want to spend.
Oh, that's not even bad. No. I thought they were more than that. I thought they were like
18. That's what I paid for the last. Well, my original one was 18.
Yeah, you had to buy another one,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps feeding them to trees.
You're probably right. You're probably absolutely right. If I can buy a used one, see, because I got my option. I can either buy one with the Fly More deal where I'll have 6 batteries and 2 chargers and the controller and everything, or I can just buy the drone and the controller and still have 3 batteries. And those right now are selling for right around $10,000, $11,000 used, just the controller and the drone. But you're probably better off if I could get one for even the Fly More. If it was 18 back then, it's probably going to be closer to 14 or 13. I'm probably better off just buying it brand new, let them do the paperwork, pay them for what they're going to do, and then go pick it up.
Yeah, just do one. You could really do like one-stop shopping in Bangkok. They can do all the registration, buy the drone, do all that stuff at one time. They're going to do everything. Do everything right there in the store.
Now, do you take the drone, or do they give you the drone when they get the paperwork back?
Do they what now?
Does it take? It takes a while for them to get the paperwork to you.
Yeah, you won't get the paper. You're going to keep your drone. They're just going to get all. They're going to take a bunch of pictures of all the serial numbers and everything, and they're going to apply and do all this. You won't get your paperwork back for 3 months. In that interim, it's a gray area whether you can still fly legally, but you are at least,
covered,
registering in the system. Okay. But all you're going to have is a receipt. You're not going to have like anything official. So
right now, is that included when you buy it, or do you have to pay extra for them to?
No, it's extra. It's extra. It's like I can't remember how much I paid, but it was like $4,000, I think. They did everything. Yeah, they registered everything. They got the license, all that, everything. So
I think I'll do that. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end this. It's been 3 hours exactly and 3 seconds.
Wow. Holy smoke.
So I think thanks, Kia, for coming on, Kia.
Thanks for the invite, Dave.
Oh, anytime. Mr. Mitch, Brock, everybody in the chat, thank you very much, and I will catch you guys on the next one.
See you.
Yeah.